Welcome to the Backlog Chronicles.
We are a podcast that challenges fanboy beliefs
and takes a pragmatic approach to all things gaming.
We strive to create a community for self-thinking fellow gamers.
A community where logical conversation can take place.
And a drive to further one's knowledge of gaming can be sparked.
Take a seat.
Show's about to begin.
It's not bad.
It's not
That's
bad,
pretty
man.
good.
I wonder if we're gonna miss it when we get our new one.
I know, right?
Nah, man, I don't think we will, bro. I don't think we will. I really don't.
Out with the old and with the new.
Yeah, definitely, man, for sure. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing on this October 10th? I hope everybody's well. Happy Thanksgiving to our Canadian friends and listeners here with us.
Right.
Thank you for being with us on TBC 68. I got it right this time, Kevin.
Yeah, you did. Good job, man.
Well done.
68. Yes, sir. Thanks for being with us, guys. My name is Mo, Dr. Mo Mokauma. I'm here with my boys, my sons, and we have first-time guest with us, Mr. Carlo, a.k.a. Italian Clowns, a.k.a. the head honcho of Four Guys with Quarters.
That's
Sir,
right.
How you doing, brother, man?
Pretty good, man. It's a pleasure being here. First time here. So
Yeah,
very
dude.
excited about
Awesome.
I
that.
know. Oh, yeah. Glad to have you with us, man. Long overdue, but we got you. Hopefully not the last time. Unless you get sick of us, but you know.
No, I don't think I could.
Yeah, man, good to see you here, man. And boys, what's going on? Jordan, sir,
Yo, dude.
dashing debonair. How are
Dude,
you?
I'm good, man. Just before I came on here, I actually just finished a Hades run. Humble brag.
Nice.
What is it, like the 50th time?
No,
Go fuck yourself, bro.
14. But who's counting? No, man, I'm almost done packing stuff up. It's 2 more days before the move.
Nice.
I packed up my PlayStation. I'm just chilling with the Xbox now. I'm just trying to hold out as long as I can. I'm like, no, this is going to be the last thing I pack up. So I'm still going to be playing this thing before those movers come. So,
Yeah.
but
You
yeah,
gotta have something,
yeah.
man. You have to have
Yeah.
something connected. It's crazy.
No, it's good though, man. I got everything set up though. Internet should just be plug and play once I get there. Today I just moved all my addresses, which is such a pain in the ass. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about games. So let's go.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Ains is saying, look at Jordan rocking the ambassador hoodie. Are you rocking the ambassador hoodie, bro? Fucking
yeah,
goody
look
two
at
Oh,
shoes.
cool. I was like, I like what you got on. I don't know what that is. But that's cool, though.
Yeah.
Good looking,
That's
good
awesome,
looking shirt.
man. Oh, shit.
Thank you.
Cool, man. All right. Well, I'm glad you are, what's it called? I'm glad it's almost done, dude. Been
Yeah.
preparing for this, so I'm glad that's almost done.
Moving.
Game
sense.
positive. You are the maple leaf of my eye as well, man.
Wow.
I appreciate you. Yeah, I know, bro.
That means
I
a
know.
lot coming from a
we
Canadian.
we get that Canadian love,
Yeah.
man. We appreciate it. Kevin, my son.
Yo,
What's up, baby?
Yo, you know, it's been a week. We were talking backstage, busy, but I got some shit done. I've been winterizing because it's below freezing now, which all you warm motherfuckers will never have the pleasure of mowing your lawn when it's like 39 degrees out. So I went out yesterday and did the final, what I hope is the final mow. But yeah, it was like 38 degrees out, which is nice because you don't sweat, but your grass is almost frozen. So it's a little weird.
So the blades just break.
Yeah, I sheared off my grass yesterday. Me and my mowing. But I'm prepped, man. I want to play some more games. I did play a couple of games. So I'll discuss that later. But I'm doing good, man. I'm glad to be here with the boys. Talk some shit. Let's roll.
I don't think anybody's mowed more lawn in their lives.
Dude,
than you, bro.
I am a fucking
This
lawn
man
mowing machine.
right here.
Well,
It's
whether
true. If you need lawn
digital,
advice, you can hit me up, DM
I
me
actually
for
do.
lawn tips.
We actually do have to
Telling
talk,
you.
Kevin.
I know lots of things.
I have questions about lawn mowing.
Okay, yeah,
Let's go,
yeah,
Carlo.
yeah.
Out
we
the
can have a
woodwork,
whole,
man.
we can have a
Carlo,
whole
he's
section.
hold on. Carlo doesn't know. We all Kevin is also an ambassador We don't just have an Xbox ambassador here. We also have a lawn mowing simulator ambassador. True story, bro.
It's true. It's true.
I mean, that's awesome. Yeah, I like
It doesn't
that.
matter. The John Deere,
See?
Kubota, Troy
Oh
Bolt,
yeah.
what you
Yeah.
want. he
Skag.
knows.
I mean, I got
He's
it.
got
baby.
it all, man.
Let's roll.
He's got it all. Oh yeah. Good shit. And lastly, my man, Machine Gun Mike. What's up, baby?
What is going on, everybody? What's up, chat? Matt, Wild Boy. I see you, Dash, up in there. GP. I see all you guys. Pampa, Ains. What's up,
yeah.
guys? What have I been doing this week? Oh, man. All I know is the one thing I didn't do is get a haircut this week. So, like, that's, like, my only thing. I'm like, oh, man. But besides that, just a lot of family time, per usual. Drive you crazy, those children. They do. But yeah, everything's good. Trying to game a little bit here and there. I don't know. I'm feeling a little weird with gaming right now. I feel like a bunch of shit is coming out. A bunch of stuff has already come out, and I'm just trying to like figure out what I'm doing. You know, with the Halo Infinite rolling off of that, with the Battlefield beta rolling off of that, and then we're going into October with a few like, I mean, we got Guardians at the end of the month, which is kind of cool. Upcoming DC Fandom on the 17th or 19th or something. I'm so pumped for that. But yeah, just kind of chilling. I'm trying to find my footing in the gaming space right now, to be honest, Mo. How about you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Wild Boy's asking Jordan if he can be his genital jousting ambassador.
You
That
know
is
what?
a real game, by the way, so he is right.
It is.
There is a
It
game
is.
called Genital Jousting.
Let me talk about that. I'm gonna say no.
On God.
Hey, I love your, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're going to get into that, my friend.
Oh, yes, we are.
3-bit, welcome, my brother. Happy Sunday to you as well, man. Always good to see you guys here. Me, yeah, work. To like to love to talk video games, you know. Yeah, man. It's fucking like I was telling you guys, man. Kids have been sick on and off too. My daughter.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, it's been. Then I'm kind of like making moves with my practice. I don't know, man. You know, I'm thinking maybe like preliminary stuff to maybe take over another one. You know, but
Okay.
yeah, it's just it's a lot of shit. I want.
Acquisition season.
Yeah, it's just a lot of shit that you know. It's just it'll just raise my anxiety level. And right now on Sunday nights, this is what actually helps. So this is what helps counter it. So, but yeah, acquisition season. Fuck off, Dash. We don't want to hear that shit right now, man. Just getting tired of that crap. Let me go around first.
I did actually.
Yeah. Oh, you did? It was you. You said
It was
acquisition
you.
season,
I did.
Dash. I'm
I
sorry,
uttered
man.
that before.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dash. That's my bad, man.
There's so many rumors going around about that.
I can't take it, Carlo. Not you too, bro. Please.
No, I don't get involved in that. I just
Yes.
listen to it, and I'm like,
We got the right one. Oh, that's awesome, Carlo. Let me go around. What have you been playing, man? Anything new? Anything different?
yeah. I was checking out a game in Game Pass called Procession to
Oh my
Calgary.
Okay.
I think it's called. And that game is just, it's hysterical. It just literally makes no sense, and it mocks like every political ideology, religious ideology, all in one.
What's
Yeah,
it
it's
called?
just about murdering people.
Okay.
Procession?
to-
The Procession to Calvary.
Calvary.
What a dumb name.
It's wild.
Yeah,
Well,
and
how does it
it's
play?
It's like you're a wobbly female knight.
Okay.
And it's like they took the actual pictures from that era and
Yes.
just like animated them in some type of vector program or Adobe Animate, terribly done. And you like see them bobbing their heads. And every other scene you go to, there's always like some weird people playing music, and it's all different kinds of music. Sometimes it's sad music. Sometimes it's happy music. You get to poke a dead guy in the face.
Yeah,
You
this
get
looks
to-
weird as fuck.
There's a guy on a wheel.
Hilarious.
That
Is it fun?
It is fun if you figure out the puzzles. When you don't figure out the puzzles, you just stab everybody, and then you get the bad ending.
Okay.
Hey, that sounds like
I
it
like
was-
what I'm hearing.
It definitely sounds like it was made by people tripping on acid. So it's not only it seems like it's not only Double Fine who does that, except Double Fine actually make good games, so
Yeah.
it works for them. Oh man,
Yeah.
that's hilarious, dude. So that's awesome, man. I gotta check that out. Shit. The Procession. All right. Okay. Anything else, or that's all you've been doing, at least game wise?
Tonight I played a little bit on Knockout City. Never played it before.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. How'd it go?
How's that, bro?
It went pretty well because I learned how to catch the balls that are thrown at you, so I did
Good.
pretty good.
Good.
And then other than that, wow, I think that's really much it lately. You know, there's so much stuff in Game Pass that you just try and you forget the names sometimes, but you just play them real
Yes.
quick. Oh, and then an Android game that's part of the Microsoft network. It's Wordament, and I just play that when I'm bored, and it gives me like achievements.
Okay, so that's your solitaire, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, that's fair.
Rudiment,
All right,
okay.
yeah,
Cool,
cool, man. All right, good to have you here, baby.
Yeah.
Jordan, my son, fresh off of watching.
yeah.
I am pretty jealous. Man.
Oh
Go
my
ahead and tell
God,
us, man.
dude.
What have you been playing? What'd you watch, man? What'd you do?
Yeah, so just the other day, I went to the theater for the first time, and honestly, I don't know how long it's been, but No Time to Die, 007. I'm not going to say too much, but it was incredible.
Nice.
If you are even the slightest fan of either Daniel Craig or the Bond movies, you need to see this, especially in theaters too. It's an event.
It's his last, last
Yeah,
one, right?
it's been the end of an era for this guy. He's been in the role for 15 years, and he totally
been that
changed the
long.
game
Jesus.
for Bond. Yeah. Just spectacular. Yeah, I don't want to say anything else about it, but it was just awesome. Everything I wanted. Game wise, though, Game Pass dumped a whole lot of goodness on us recently, and I decided to bite the bullet on Scarlet Nexus. I was always interested in it when I played the demo, but I couldn't commit to buying it. Not that I'm not the kind of person that's going to say, "Oh, let's wait for it to come to Game Pass." Not everything's coming to Game Pass, but I was glad that this one did. I beat the game in about 17 hours. You can do 2 playthroughs. I don't play a whole lot of JRPGs, but the combat in this game was unique enough to hook me, at least for the first 7 hours or so, because the story really kind of lost me at that point. So full disclosure, I skipped every cutscene after that point. So the final 10 hours of gameplay was just me, just skip, fight the monsters. And the combat started to wear on me because the enemy variety started lacking and the encounters just kept getting repetitive, in my opinion. But they gave you more abilities as far as how to dispatch them, so that was always cool. I don't know why they had this artistic decision to make all of the cutscenes as a storyboard, because it's just so boring watching 2 characters just talk back and forth like that the entire time. Because when there actually are cutscenes, I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think you're right, because the cutscenes they're like 4 or 5 seconds long, but they're awesome. You don't see. Mike knows anime stuff. The animations and watching the stuff they do on screen is always very exciting. So why would you put it in a still frame? And aside from that, I beat Resident Evil 3 this morning. That took me 4.5 hours. That was a short game. I had no idea it was going to be that short.
It's the replay value for those.
Yeah. I guess, but freaking short. Like one of the speedrun challenges is to beat the game in under an hour and a half.
Right.
But I started that last night and then I beat it in the second sitting this morning. Cool game. Again, it's very pretty, but it's very, very short. People oftentimes want to compare it to the RE2 remake, and rightfully so, because RE2 is just so freaking good.
Yeah.
I didn't play 3. I didn't play 3 back in the day, so I had no reference from that. But I believe the hype when everyone says that Nemesis is annoying, because he is.
I heard you bitching last night.
his presence, especially in the first encounter, he's just especially annoying. It's I just wrapped up those 2 games, and then, like I said, Hades earlier. Back 4 Blood's coming out this week, so I imagine if I get settled in quickly enough, I'll probably play a few rounds with that with you guys.
Well, even if whether you get settled in or not, the first thing you're going to connect is your Xbox as soon as you get home. So
do I need to eat dinner tonight? Nah.
Nah.
Let's go.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's great. Next year is calling it still frame slander. Still
Yeah.
frame anime slander.
Still farm anime
Yeah.
slander.
Well, yeah, he corrected, but yeah.
I
I'm
know what you
sorry.
mean.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
sorry.
Nix. I know, man. I know. Always breaking hearts, this guy, Jordan. Um,
Yeah.
Kevin, my son, what are you playing, bro? Besides farming or whatever the fuck you or whatever.
Muted.
Grass cutting
You
simulator.
muted, Kev.
You're muted, Kev. God damn it, bro. You're not a rookie.
God damn it! I
man.
was swearing at you this whole time. I am a rookie. I'm totally a rookie. It's been a fucking week. I have not been mowing lawns virtually. I did play some Battlefield when I could get it to work, and we'll talk about that later. And I played some more Avengers for a little bit while I was zoning out with you guys. I'm just leveling up a new character now, and it's whatever.
No, it's
Yeah.
a great time, Kevin. I know it. I hear it.
whatever.
I hear it in your voice, bro.
And I didn't really get into, nothing grabbed me this last week or so to really get in there. I wanted to get in on some more Death Stranding, but I never ended up getting there. Just kind of a busy week. I've been on call all week, so it's just been kind of hectic. I'm hoping that next week I get some more time, and I do want to play some Back for Blood with you guys for sure. That should be a good time to get through that campaign. I did have Alan Wake ordered at Best Buy. They screwed me, and I'm just going to let that sit there until they finally come around to it. Maybe it'll be here on Halloween. It might be the perfect time to play it, during...
I'm sorry, dude. That fucking I can't believe you still
Dude,
haven't gotten it.
yeah. I
That's
still haven't gotten it.
bullshit,
It's
man.
still sitting there. Yep. Yeah, still waiting. Me and a bunch of other people. I wasn't alone on that one. So Best Buy dropped the ball there. But apparently everywhere that was hard to get. And a bunch of physical copies have been hard to get for a lot of people in different places.
Yeah.
So that might be, this. I wonder if it's the same thing with the shipping of all the other products that are kind of in short supply. Like today, I had to wrestle a grandmother to the ground to get a birthday bag at the dollar store. But she went down, and she went down hard, and I left. And I'm totally kidding. I didn't kill any grandmas. But, dude, that store was deserted. That's my go-to stop for, like, the pre-birthday bag and tissue paper, right? Because it's a buck instead of, like, $9.99. Nothing was left, man. It's like they had a run on. Everybody's birthday was this weekend, apparently. But yeah, just man, I got kids' birthday parties, kids' volleyball. I wish I had more time to game, but that's adulting, I guess. We'll see. Winter's coming, so
Yeah, it is, man.
I start nesting during winter, so it
We
should
all
be
do.
it should result in more game time. But that's it, man. Mikey, what you been doing?
What have I been playing? Let's see. Jeez, man, I've been such in a weird funk lately. I've been jumping literally around games. Like, I put in Death Stranding because I was like, maybe I should get the upgrade. I'm feeling dark and empty right now, or whatever, And then I put it in, and then I started the game up, and I was like, you know what? I'm good on this fucking game because I do not have the mental patience right now to like do the menus and do everything that the game wants me to do. But man, I'd be lying if I was saying I wasn't interested in like rehashing that story and like going over the characters again. But I don't know if I want to walk those miles, through and through right now. Like maybe if super lull in the fight, in the gaming world or whatever, maybe I'll fire it back up. But yeah, I really want the PS5 like upgraded version and experience all that kind of stuff, but I just know I'm just like right now like it's about to blow up. If anything, I want to play Deathloop or Kena. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah. If you're
Yeah,
gonna
you
commit,
know what I'm saying.
I get why. It's why I haven't either, man. Because if you start it, you're gonna commit to it. And
Yeah.
because we've already finished it,
it's like
I don't know if I want to do that right now. But I'm
Yeah.
with you, dude. I'm with you.
Yeah.
If you commit, you want to commit to something new. I'm with you.
Yeah, exactly. I also fired up. I don't know fucking why I'm revisiting. I just like I'm in one of the. Yeah, anyways, but I fired up Kakarot again, and the season pass was on sale, and that comes with the Beerus and the Future Trunks DLCs, like all the DLCs that are out for it right now. I'm like, that's a pretty good deal. Whatever. I bought it. I didn't even fucking play any of the DLCs, and I'm just like, oh, whatever. But I started doing like more of the side stuff, trying to get the platinum for that game. Whatever. There's a lot of exploring to do in that game, and it's a fun little collectible game. Like, can't go wrong with Dragon Ball Z. I always got to mention this when I mention Dragon Ball Z games. They've never made a bad game, but they've never made a great game either. But Dragon Ball Z games, they're aces, baby. What else? I fired up Zone of the Enders. I have no idea why, but I fired it up just to look at the menus for some reason. I've been feeling a lot of Metal Gear lately. I bought the
Okay.
what's the Extreme Edition, the Definitive Edition on the Xbox. It's on sale for like $10, and I was like, yo, I would love to go through that game again. Straight up, I love that game. Something about Devil May Cry, that Metal Gear specifically, and Batman Arkham Knight, those are like the open world, not Devil May Cry, but Metal Gear and Arkham Knight are the open world games I can like always revisit, always have a blast playing, and like feel like I'm like instantly in that flow, which is great, and I love it. And I wanted to, so I don't know if you guys are into real-time strategies, but I'm a big Starship Troopers fan, and there was a demo that released, and I forgot what it's called, like Command Starship Troopers Command something, and it's a real-time strategy with the bugs and stuff. It's on Steam or whatever, and I'm not on my PC all the time, but like I was like, man, that might be worth it, because I was looking into Rome Total War and like other RTS games like a year ago or whatever, and I was like, I feel like that could be something that I could just kind of get down with and like boot it up, let it run itself, I think is what those games are about. I'm not really sure, but I think that's cool. Because if I like it, I'm going to be like, holy shit, I like real-time strategy games. And that's probably not the best idea right now or whatever. And then Battle fucking Field, yo. I know I will probably be the black sheep in this entire conversation when we do talk about it. But Battlefield, man, and I enjoyed the shit out of it with all the issues, man. But yeah, that's it. I know there's more Mortal Kombat and shit, but
They're
I just
coming
like,
to arrest you for that bad
Yeah,
take.
they heard that. They're like, here they come. They're like, get them, boys.
yeah, they light them up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been just jumping around, and I'm just kind of like, I feel like I'm anticipating nothing and ready for anything, which is, I don't know, that's probably a bad like way to be in gaming, but yeah, I'm just trying to figure it all out until the big ones hit, because I'm really looking forward to Halo. That's kind of like what I'm mainly looking forward to this year, you know, particularly the multiplayer and stuff, and of course the story. But yeah, man. Oh shit, I beat fucking Miles Morales. That was the big thing. I
Yes.
knew it.
All right,
I beat it. Okay,
do
so
like it.
the ending, what happens in the conflict, like the main conflict of the game, is so good. They keep Spider-Man storytelling intact with Miles Morales. The family, the close relationships, the problems that like come with being Spider-Man and how it affects like the people around him. Man, and that ending, dude, it gives you chills, because I don't want to spoil it, but boy, it's a superhero moment, or it's a redeemer moment, and it just fucking gets you, man. And Miles is a fucking G, dude. He's like absorbing energy, just like in the trailer. I mean, this is not anything like crazy, but he's like absorbing the energy, and he's like trying to hold it in. I can only imagine. Okay, so just to be kind of adult and gross or whatever, I am just like, I bet it feels like he's holding in an orgasm.
There you go.
When he's like trying to hold the charge in, you know, because he's like, I gotta let it go, like I can't hold it anymore or whatever. And I'm like, I feel you, bro. I know that feeling, man. But yeah, and it was really good.
Shit.
And the way they added, I know I mentioned this last time I talked about it, but I just want to mention it again because I found out some new information about Spider-Man 2. So the way they added the Venom Strike and it's Miles's power or whatever, I think they're going to do that in Spider-Man 2 with Spider-Man's, like his... future tech, you know, his Iron Spider legs or whatever, or they're trying to give Spider-Man that L1 hotkey to like do extra things, because that's the next step in the combat, obviously, with Miles Morales. So I would love to see that in Spider-Man, especially if they have some type of, you know, just those deeper mechanics, dual takedowns. Looking at you, Insomniac. You know, maybe some multiplayer as well. But yeah, so yeah, Miles Morales was no shit, like a great experience. And like I thought the 10 or the 7 hours that I was gonna like play with it was not gonna be as impactful as it was, you know what I mean? And the graphics are stellar. I'm glad I didn't play it with all the bugs, but overall the complete experience of Miles Morales is just like, it is 100% good to go in my book. But yeah,
Good shit, man.
that's really it though. How about you, Bill?
Good shit, man. That's awesome. Good. Oh. Well, first, this week there was 2 games that I had to try to wrestle away that were physicals. First, it's Alan Wake. Kevin is absolutely right. That game's been very, very hard to find a physical copy. I don't think anybody got it, dude. It was freaking crazy. And then I hunted one down in some fucking Best Buy, and then within 100-mile radius, nobody had a copy, and it was just crazy. And I know the game didn't freaking. It's not like people were just waiting for it. It just doesn't seem like it allocated a lot of units, from the publisher because of probably just low pre-orders and whatnot. I mean, it's $30, and it's a remaster. And then there was a Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, which we were very, very excited for, and unfortunately, it's got some issues, man.
I got a refund.
Yeah, it's too late for that. Honestly, dude, we all got it for the potential, right? We knew that it was going to be fun at some point, between the characters and whatnot. I played a few online matches. I didn't have any issues. I know a lot of people did. I know Lady did. Jordan, I think I know Kevin, you did the first night.
Yeah, I did. The first night was terrible. I played it again, though, and it was much, much smoother.
Dude, I got a refund for that game. I returned it.
Oh, did you really? Wow.
Yeah, I could not get online. I could not get online for 3 days. For 3 whole days. Yeah, even people were telling me, no, it's good. I watched people get online, and I was like, that's the only reason I bought the fucking game, was to play online. Was to beat that ass with Aang and Leonardo, but can't fucking do that. Trash. Anyways.
Yeah, so there was, it's pretty, it's pretty bare bones, but, whatever.
Yeah.
And Metroid Dread, been waiting for that. It's amazing. I'm loving it. We'll talk about it in a bit once we actually get to that topic. But I love, the Metroid is amazing. And then we also had it's been a week, man. Yeah, it's So Jordan, before you came in, I told I was telling Kevin about the Switch OLED.
Yeah.
Now hear me out. Okay. Hear me out. Hold on. I swear to you. All right, look, Carlo, for context, I swore off against the Switch OLED, right? I'm like, it's not worth it. It's not whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I kept my word, right? I didn't pre-order it. I didn't care for it, whatever. So yesterday, GameStop was having a promotion where they give you $260 for your Switch, right? If you apply it towards the new Switch, the OLED Switch. $260 for a Switch that I've had since the night it launched, almost 5 years. I was like, okay. So anyway, I still didn't have a pre-order. I mean, they were selling out everywhere. And then one of my friends who works at the GameStop, she called me and she's like, "Hey, we got a OLED Switch. Do you want it?" Right? And I go to her. I'm like, "Nah." And then just out of curiosity, I'm like, "I know. Hold on." And then I told her, I'm like, "Which color is it?" And she said white. I'm like, "Fuck." I'm like, "Can I get it tomorrow?" And then she goes, "Well, the reason why I called you," she's like, "I can hold it till tomorrow." She's like, "But the reason why I called you is because of the promotion, because of the 260, because today, which was yesterday, it expires." So yeah, dude, I went and I traded in my old Switch and I swapped it for the new one. At least I didn't buy it, and it was a pure swap. $40 depreciation in almost 5 years. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna, even if I wanted to sell my Switch used after almost 5 years, I wouldn't get that much for it. There's just no way. So yeah.
But the question, did you have a Generation 1 Switch?
The night it launched. I picked it up.
So you had the one with the Integra processor that was exploitable? Yeah, on the black market, those things go really high, probably like 800, 900.
Get the fuck out of here, for real? Oh, yeah. I'm so stupid.
If you never been banned, yeah.
I should have kept
people out there bottom. Yeah.
Oh, it's gone now.
That's what GameStop is doing.
Screen.
Now we know.
Right?
They got a black market.
I know. Bad bit, my fucking son. I know, man. I know you're proud of that move. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. What I will say is, I still, the only reason I didn't want to initially is obviously there was no power advantage, and then the screen is nice, but I always play docked, so I never ever play handheld, so that's
why
it
makes no sense.
Yeah, I know. I know. I know.
kidding.
Well, it really doesn't. It really doesn't.
Oh,
But I will
God.
say though, the new screen is nice.
Yeah.
It's definitely more vibrant. You can tell. Yeah, there is a difference.
Sure.
But I did it. I just played for like 5 minutes just to say that I actually saw the screen and how it looks, and then I just fucking docked it back in. And I was like, all right, until the next time I take this thing out.
Rest now, sweet prince.
Maybe
Yeah.
Nickelodeon All Star Brawl will work on that really well. All the kids out there playing it.
Yeah, if we can get that online, freaking. If we can get that for the online one, or online section
That's
playing properly,
wild.
man.
Because they
Oh,
touted
yeah.
that having a good netcode and everything, but
Yeah, I know. It seems like just the optimization was really poor
Mike.
on it too, man.
sure.
Yeah, Carlo, look what you did, man. Now Dash has a Gen 1 too. He's like, oh yes.
Yeah, I have a Gen 1 as well.
As long as it's not banned yet, yeah. 'Cause
Oh no,
now
I never.
there's ways to-
Mine was as vanilla as you can get.
Yeah.
I usually don't mess around with my console.
See, Mason knows.
Yeah,
Mason knows
now
right
it's
here.
gone, so. Anyway, yeah, that's about it. So let's get into it, boys. First topic I wanted to get into is Konami's FOMO. Usually we don't like to talk about rumors, but the thing is because of the fact that it was reported by a few, actually these reporters are actually people that I respect, in journalism. First, there's Andy Robinson from VGC, who's not really a clout chaser. And then there's also Sal Romano. If you don't know who Sal Romano is, he runs Gamatsu. And Sal Romano from Gamatsu, I mean, he's pretty legit. He never reports unless he's pretty sure about things, and rarely has he been wrong about whatever. So anyway, the point is the word is that Konami is set to revive Metal Gear, Castlevania, and Silent Hill. It seems like they're trying to get back into major projects after a period of relative quiet. And as we all know, I mean, we've been ripping on them for years about the whole pachinko machine crap and whatnot. So first VGC said, that they have their source, anonymous, blah, blah, blah. So apparently they're going to the studio that's going to do it is a Japanese studio, or is it a Chinese studio? I have to see it here. I'm sorry.
I think it's Chinese.
It's called Virtuos, right? Or Virtuos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the
Chinese.
rumor is one of the first revivals is a new Castlevania game described by sources as a reimagining of the series currently in development internally at Konami in Japan with support from external studios. Another project is, and this is the one that was kind of taking off, is a Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater centered remake that's also reported in development at Singapore-based studio Virtuos, while Konami also intends to release remastered versions of the original Metal Gear Solid games ahead of the remake. So obviously 1, 2, and I don't know, maybe 4. Eurogamer also corroborated this report, as well as VGC. The other thing, though, that Gamatsu did report is Silent Hill. So VGC actually reported multiple Silent Hill games that were in development at various external developer studios. One of them was outsourced to a prominent Japanese developer earlier this year. Gamatsu, what they said is that they also heard, and because Gamatsu is Japanese based, so they also heard that a new Silent Hill is in development at prominent Japanese developer. That studio is Kojima Productions, according to a publishing source that wishes to remain anonymous, who also said that the game is funded by SIE, that is to be Sony Interactive, obviously. This is too much, it's a lot to take in. First, I saw this news and I'm like, why Metal Gear Solid 3? Why choose to remake that one? I think if you remake all of the games from the beginning, they will be surefire hits. So it was kind of weird to me as to why they chose that one. Maybe because critically, or maybe because, I think it probably had to do with critical reception, because I know 3 is considered to be the best one by many people. I don't agree with that. I think it's fantastic, but me personally, I like 4. I love 4. Call me crazy. Yeah, so there was that. And then the Castlevania thing, whatever. I mean, if they redo it, that's great. For because that's been also dormant. They've been coming out with like anniversary editions of the older games and whatnot, but other than that, nothing really. And then there's Silent Hill. The Silent Hill thing, I don't know, man. Andy Robinson said he didn't hear that, when it was reported. But then again, he also said, then you got people like Moriarty, who said, he heard the same. And then he said he's like usually Sal Romano. He's like, if he reports on something, he's not a bullshitter. So I mean, I don't know. It's just a matter of, the only thing is for me is, I'll believe it when I see it. This whole rumor about this Silent Hill bullshit, whatever, it's been spinning for a long time, man. And I get that it's being reported by like proper publications with proper journalists and whatnot, which kind of like gives it more of a bigger wave for me, in a sense. But yeah, I don't know. Carlo, I want to see, man. I don't know if did you hear about this stuff?
No, I didn't hear about it, but it wouldn't surprise me because you see the success with Capcom, right? Capcom made a lot of money by doing remakes, and it really saved them. Yeah, it saved them. So Konami's probably looking, from the back row, and it's like, forget our pachinko machines. It's time to get back into gaming. And, if it is true about the Metal Gear one that you said, why not test the waters with a popular Metal Gear title and see how receptive it is while they're also working on a Castlevania. And Castlevania, is a huge franchise, and the Netflix series was also pretty well received. So, it's fresh in this generation's mind also. It's not just like, the days of Nintendo and PlayStation 1. You got kids today watching that anime on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. Good point, Carlo. Good point.
Yeah. No, sorry, man. My shit was muted. That's why it took a long time to respond. But no, yeah, that is a good point, man. But again, yeah, I just want to mention it because I could see this happening considering that everybody wants a piece of that pie now. We've been seeing Disney's getting back into it, and everybody wants to get in now. Netflix is getting into gaming, and Konami's just like, well, I don't know. Maybe they finally woke up and they were like, what the fuck? We have all of these franchises. Yeah, maybe they can make us money after all these years. Who knows?
Just imagine this though too. With that Netflix series being well received, Netflix wants to get into gaming. They got a big pile of money. Konami could use that pile of money. What if they made an exclusive deal or a time limited deal for Netflix gaming? That would be huge for Castlevania. So I think if it is all true, I think it's pretty smart. Silent Hill, it's so hard to believe because we heard this so many times.
Yeah.
And we even heard that Kojima's gonna help on one and do this. He's making a comeback, and it just never happened. But I'd like to see Quentin Tarantino do something like that for them.
For who?
Like a Silent Hill.
Quentin Tarantino. That is why.
That's crazy.
I'd like to see that's so interesting. Why Tarantino? For Silent Hill.
Yeah, I just think that he's very unique and talented at telling a story, and it gets gory pretty fast. I think it'd be pretty interesting, to be honest with you.
That is very, very interesting, dude. I'll remember that one.
I like where your head's at, Carlo. Not gonna lie,
yeah.
That's an outlandish idea, but I love that. I love that idea.
That's awesome, man. Next year, saying Keely wants a piece of Kojima's pie.
Oh, he does.
Oh yeah, he does. He'd be all over that shit. Couple drinks and.
But yeah,
all over.
I don't know. Yeah, this whole whatever. Jordan, what do you think of this, man? What the how's this flying for you?
I think why bother revitalizing their franchises? They got eFootball 2022. Just stick with that.
And that thing is fucking. That's a gem.
That's a huge hit right there.
A meme gem.
No, Konami. They have a lot to prove, or as far as to get back in everyone's good graces. I feel like I really missed Castlevania Lords of Shadows. That game kind of came out of nowhere for me. I was not expecting that kind of experience with that. So I would love to see them come back to that. Maybe not in the same vein as far as like the whole third person hack and slash. Maybe go back to a traditional 2D style, but we need more Castlevania, modern Castlevania. I would love to revisit that. Metal Gear, like I said, Snake Eater was my first entry into that franchise. I think my first and only actually.
Wow.
No, I played Sons of Liberty.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's a good idea. Like Carlo was saying, they're gonna take a page out of Capcom's book and hopefully try to, capture the magic that they have as far as bringing back their franchises in a much, more modern and beautiful way. Silent Hill, I don't know. I feel like Silent Hill is going to be just one of those memories of us. Like, you remember that franchise? Yeah, it was good. And it may never come back.
I don't really have any connection to Silent Hill at all.
Sure.
Like, I mean, so that's the thing. Like, I mean, I know, but a lot of people I know has a big following, but whenever I hear Silent Hill, I'm like, yeah, well,
I love
okay,
the games. I really do. Like, Silent Hill 2 messed me up so bad. Silent Hill 3, I played The Room. I played pretty much even Downpour, but Downpour was a huge departure from the formula. But I've enjoyed them all. But I would welcome them to make a return.
Sure.
But I don't know in what fashion that may be, or even if that even comes to fruition.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Even Castlevania itself, even if they do go back to the 2D style, I mean, look at Metroid, for instance. Like, I mean, we'll get to it soon, but look how good Dread is doing, and how critical, how good it's doing critically, and it's taken an old formula and it's kind of like ushered it into now. And when was the last one Fusion? It's been over. It's been over 15 years. I mean, so yeah, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to. I personally, for Castlevania, I like the 3D games. I remember Lament of Innocence on PS2. I thought that was awesome. I had a great time with that one, and I really liked the fact that it was just a full 3D space. I mean, I thought it was cool that they dove into that. I loved Lords of Shadow, the first one.
So good.
It was so good, man. It was just excellent, and it took a lot of what was good, from like multiple games. Whether it be God of War, Shadow of the Colossus, whatever it is, and it did a great job of getting them all together. Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Oh yeah.
The second one was such a misfire, unfortunately, but I think it would be cool to see a traditional, Castlevania game, because, like, I'm thinking about, this whole advent of all these, again, Metroid Dread coming out. I go back to 2014's Strider reboot, which was a freaking awesome Metroidvania game, and then Ori obviously too. But yeah, I want to see more of those games.
And it's not helping that Nick's just said. He said Kojima said something about Metal Gear Solid the other day.
Yeah,
too.
that's true. He did.
He said Metal Gear Solid 2 is now 20 years old, and I'm like, why are you talking about Metal Gear? Stop it.
Everything he says is always analyzed.
It really is. It is.
With your Kojima decoder ring.
Kevin, what about you, man? Where you at on this? Anything?
It brings back memories. I would play a new Castlevania. I'd play a new Silent Hill. I don't know. Yes, they have the IPs for these behind, their name, but are they even at a point where they're ready to actually make games is kind of the question, right? So, I mean, I'd love to see it. I think like Jordan said, or actually Carlo said that, it's kind of it would almost be new again, right? Because nobody's nobody under 20 has experienced Castlevania and look at like Streets of Rage 4, something like that, Castlevania, right? I mean, I think it would have its fans, even if it isn't AAA, supreme production, Naughty Dog material. Put these things out, and I think they'd sell. But whether or not, I guess Konami's got to be serious and actually fucking do some work and not just fucking sit on these IPs until they fade away into non-existence.
Pachinkos.
Yeah,
fucking pachinko machines.
Yeah, I know. Mike, I know you got a lot. I know these rumors made you giddy. So where you at with that? I know you're a huge Konami fan.
All right, so I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about 2D over here. Get that shit out of here. No, just kidding. I honestly though, like, All right, jokes aside, though, I would not like a 2D Castlevania in regards of Castlevania. I would rather see something like God of War, actually. I would like to see the Lords of Shadow done, but done better. I think Carlo brings up a really good point, man, with the anime on Netflix and how big it was. Like, yes, you got those 13-year-old boys like, oh yeah, anime, demons, blood and guts. Like, yeah, they're like thriving for that, you know? And I think, by the way, there's a Castlevania game that is on a Games for Gold right now, and it's a multiplayer game. It's a multiplayer side-scrolling game where you team up with 4 buddies or like 3 other buddies and you go through a castle or something. I don't know. I looked at it, I was like, holy shit, I want to check that out. But anyways, I think Castlevania is big. And I think people even like buy the Symphony of the Night because it's cheap and it's on PlayStation and it's revered and it's you know, and a lot of people talk about that game. But yeah, I would like to see, and if it is side scroll, oh man, they better do it up. They better do it up fine and nice and make it meaty, because with Metroid Dread, Mo, it's you bring that good point. They made that other Castlevania game, Mirror's
Mercury
Fate.
Steam made
There you go.
They did all of them too. Lords of Shadow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, put that in the mix there. Like I could see a big 3D game come from Castlevania, you know? Will I take a 2D? Yes, for sure. I almost got that Blood Rain game today, which is a side-scrolling game.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, I might stream that on Twitch, but anyways, yeah, the Silent Hill thing, I am just like whatever on like let it be whatever, because I'm scared and I'm a pussy, so I don't really care. But I might play it. At least I'll watch a stream of it. All right, so the Metal Gear thing. This is what I've heard. Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right, so there's an Irish singer who sings "The Best Is Yet to Come," okay, which is the introduction to Metal Gear 1. If you listen to it, it's like an opera tune. It's when Snake comes in from the Alaska place or whatever, and it's like,
Yes.
whatever. It's great. Yeah, you know what I'm
Yes,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
Quick funny side story. I was jamming that in my car one time in high school. Not my car. Pff, you serious? In a car. And my girlfriend at the time, her mom asked me if I was suicidal because I was listening to that music. I'm like, you
wow.
uncultured bitch. I'm like, what the hell are you talking? This is Metal fucking Gear. What are you talking about? Anyways, no, but so yeah, okay, so this Irish singer was like, I just got done doing some work for a big remake of a game, and like that went into people's analyzing studio and stuff. And The Best Is Yet to Come is Irish lyrics, so kind of put 2 and 2 together on that. Konami has the opportunity here. Hold on, let me back up a little bit. Okay, so is Konami in a space to be making big ass games or any like type of quality game soon? I don't know about soon. Within the next 2 years, I could like expect to start hearing more about it if it's true. Because remember, these are rumors. Go ahead, Mo.
You're Irish singer. I want you to continue with that story because you deviated to your ex-girlfriend's mom.
Sorry,
That
yeah,
was
no. The
She
Irish
wasn't
singer.
the Irish singer, right?
The Irish singer she let it slip. She was like, I just got done working on lyrics for a big remake of a game for PlayStation, and that's where all that analyzing comes
shit.
from. Yes, is The Best Yet to Come because it has Irish lyrics. So that's why I think that's why Dash is saying Metal Gear 1 and stuff. Oscar Isaac as the movie. Okay, that's great. So yeah, Metal Gear is getting back into the fray. Now with the 1, 2, and 3 thing, yeah, Mo, I think you're right. I think 3 was the most critically acclaimed because by then Metal Gear was a little bit more known by the time 2 came out, because I don't think a lot of people knew about 1 during the PlayStation 1 era, and then 2 came out and that got a lot of publicity because it was the old switcheroo with Raiden. Yeah, Raiden. He's my boy. I love the old, Jack the Ripper. Yeah, I do too. He's awesome. I don't care what people say. Raiden is badass. Metal Gear Revengeance was a fucking dope game too. So I could see him going 3, but I would love to see a 1. But I could see him going 3 The voice actors, though, David Hayter's having a heyday with this shit. He's having a heyday because he's like really big. He was like in that voice actor strike when it went down, when it was a big thing back in 17, I think, or 19, one of those years, and that was a big thing. He was like campaigning for that shit, and fucking pay us or whatever, and it was like a whole big deal.
Nice.
Remakes, remasters, like what are we thinking here? I'm thinking a whole redo, rescoop. I'm thinking Phantom Pain type of mechanics with the old school like thing on it. Kojima being involved, I don't know, man. I don't know if that'll be a thing.
With Silent Hill.
With Silent Hill, okay, but if he is with Silent Hill, I don't think he'll be Metal Gear. I mean, but
I don't
would
think
you
he's
not?
Involved. Period. To be honest,
You
with
think?
you.
You think he's like, I'm fucking done with Metal Gear.
I know Sal Romano is whatever. I know he's legit. Or at least his reporting. But I just can't see that, bro. They fucked him.
Man.
Konami fucked him. Like if Sony is reportedly, if they are the ones that are, fitting the bill, for this entire or footing the bill for this entire project. Which would be good for them, I mean, and then they got him involved, okay, maybe, but like, it's just this shit just seems like too pie in the sky, man. But,
yes.
But
Yeah, it does.
today, VGC did say, so they said, Virtuos, which is that Chinese development studio, an employee confirmed an unannounced remake amid the Metal Gear Solid 3 report. Basically, the way it was confirmed is the Virtuos lead programmer, his name is probably going to butcher his name, Jiang Li. He mentioned the unannounced game on his LinkedIn profile and claims to have worked on it since October 2018. According to his description, the remake will feature AAA quality level art, 4K graphics, and set-piece destruction. Li also makes reference to multiple platforms in his description of the project. So, Virtuos, in case anybody wanted to know, they worked on Switch ports of the Dark Souls Remastered, the Outer Worlds, the BioShock collection, as well as contributing to art and content to Battlefield 1, Uncharted 4, and Horizon Zero Dawn. So they've been around, so we'll see how that's whatever. But anyway, man, yeah. Once it's confirmed, then I will. Until then, I feel like this was just interesting, at least to just mention. Okay. All right, boys. I don't know if Matt Burns is still in here. I know Matt. God bless you. I know you're a big Battlefield fan. I want you guys, or at least I know Jordan is a big Battlefield fan.
Yeah.
I know he's more into it. I've never been into Battlefield too much. I was always more of like the twitchy shooter type, which I don't know if you. I mean, Halo kind of is. You could consider that twitchy, or at least more twitchy. But 2042 beta. We all know it's been getting shit on, for a lot of problems that it's been having. And me personally, because I was hoping at least the beta itself would kind of convince me to invest into the new one, or at least like maybe change my mind. And in my opinion, it really didn't. Mechanically, it's sound, it works, it functions, but just the gameplay loop itself, at least just from what they showed us from the beta, that doesn't interest me. I feel like it's just everybody's running around with their heads cut off like chickens, and unfortunately for me, like that just doesn't resonate with me too much. But in terms of like the problems themselves, I feel like fans of the series, or at least like vets of the series, will be able to pick those out more. Carlo, are you a Battlefield person or no? Did you try the beta?
Okay, so am I a Battlefield person? I like Call of Duty more, but I do like Battlefield. I'm going to tell you that. I do like Battlefield. I think that Battlefield takes a lot more skill to play than a lot of other first-person shooters and third-person shooters.
Sure.
I did play the beta, and unlike most of the people on the internet, I experienced no issues. No issues whatsoever. No pop-outs, no pop-ins.
Really?
Everything was
play
on
on?
target.
That was my next question. Yeah, what platform?
What did you play it on? Which console?
Xbox Series X.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so I could say that my experience was great. I'm just terrible at flying helicopters.
Those controls do suck in your defense, Carlo.
Yeah, I crashed every single thing I was flying around, but yeah, no issues for me, man.
Okay.
Nice, dude. Okay. All right. Well, for me, the Yeah, Jordan, I'm about to get to you. Like the visual stuff that I mean, yeah, you see bugs, you know. Like I mean, I took a picture of like a pilot just floating above the ground, and I don't know if he was driving or flying something, but he was just floating above the ground. And then like a lot of the flashes, you know, that
Yeah.
people were complaining about, I was getting a lot of that. You know, that at least like I did see, but. To me, like that kind of shit, you know, like I mean, it wasn't so severe, but it was there, you know, like I mean, it didn't like affect my enjoyment or lack thereof, you know, like of the beta itself. But I mean, it was there, like I did notice it. But Jordan, you're a veteran of Battlefield, so
Yeah.
what? Oh man, he took a deep breath, bro.
I gotta ask Jordan something real quick.
Sure,
Yeah.
man.
So
Yeah.
when you give your feelings on this Battlefield beta,
Mm-hmm.
now go back and remember Battlefield 4 and all that rubber banding, right?
Bad.
And I mean, people love Battlefield 4, and you got into like a boat, and next thing you know, you're halfway across the map from rubber banding, and people still loved it, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
I mean, I want to hear
Yeah.
your opinion for sure, comparing
No.
that to the Battlefield 4.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so I will say that I think regardless of how this beta has performed for a lot of people, the hardcore fans are still going to love this game. I am one of those not super hardcore fans, but I'm definitely one of the core Battlefield players. But this didn't kind of resonate with me the way I wanted it to. I think we all know that Battlefield games, especially since 3, they just don't launch in a very good state. Be it connection issues or just stability issues. You know, the rumor that we've all kind of been hearing is that this build is roughly 2 months old. But yeah, I'm glad that you had a good experience, man, because myself and the majority of the guys that I played with, we had tons of issues, be it some of the UI elements not working properly, the ping system not responding, hit detection. We're teleporting through walls. You know, you have some of the destructible vehicles. They're just like breaking apart, and the frames are just dropping like crazy. So I didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted it to. And part of what also makes me a little bit upset about it too is because people like Mo and our friend Mariano, they who have not played a lot of Battlefield games, I wanted this to be kind of like their proper experience.
Sure.
Like you're playing with me now. Come take you under my wing. I'm going to explain you how Conquest works. Let's do this. But like I said, the experience just didn't jive with me. There is a good foundation that's there, but it's not where it needs to be for me. I don't know what it'll be like at launch. I don't have a lot of confidence in it. I want it to be good at launch, but if it's not, I won't be surprised. That's kind of it. I mean, all those things aside, I don't like the map. It's kind of more open for my tastes. Not that I prefer lots of urban, dense environments, but there wasn't a lot going on there. And like I said, it didn't really make a good first impression, I think, for a lot of newcomers. And then, though it's kind of outside the conversation, but you know, after going through what Halo Infinite's offering new and veteran players, could you imagine if Battlefield had an onboarding process like Halo did? You know, it would make it so much easier for new players to be like, oh, this is what you have to do. This is how this kit works. And this is how you capture objectives. And but I digress. I wasn't excited about it, though. I'm trying to be as fair as possible without just poo-pooing on it, because I know they put a lot of work into trying to make this game. And the scale of it is very impressive, the amount of players that are there. But it doesn't play to the level that I want it to.
Yeah, that's pretty... Sorry, what were you saying?
I would say end rant.
Yeah. Wild Boy here actually makes a good point. This is what I was telling you guys the other night, Jordan. He said, I want to know if there's actual progression. Felt like progression took a back seat and it was just pointless warfare. That's exactly what I said to you guys. Yep. I said, I'm like, I feel like I'm just running around. Like, I mean, I get there's 127 other people in this map. What are we all doing? It's like everybody's just running around doing their own. There's no sense of progression. There's no sense like that you're getting a type of, you know, like you're accomplishing anything, right? Like, I mean, you guys were just like, oh, we're going to F, we're going to C. I'm like, okay, all right,
yeah,
cool, I'll meet you there. You know, like if I don't die on my way. But that's the thing. Like, I mean, I don't feel like I was making any contributions to this ultimate goal. And I know it was only one mode and whatnot, you know. this is turning into like a what we think of, just Battlefield in general, as well as issues that we had with the beta itself, which I know Kevin's just dying to get into right now. But yeah, dude, no, I'm with you, Wiley. Yeah, for sure, man. But Kevin, man, if you can try to contain your excitement, I can see your face getting red. No.
I'm glad Jordan didn't poo-poo on it because I'm fucking ready to. All right, this thing was a piece of fucking shit, and I'm glad Carlo did not experience the issues I experienced. But I was playing on a Series X. I downloaded it 3-4 fucking times. All right, one time I was able to play it, and the textures are corrupt. The people are floating in air. The hitboxes suck. The controls feel like garbage compared to the other Battlefields I've played. I've played Battlefields 3, 4, and 5. Several enough, right, to know. And the flashing textures, the flashing shadows, the sky disappearing, the sky reappearing, the fucking polygons that were being, rendered in real time, apparently, on my $500 premium console. This beta is 2 months old. Fuck that, dude. This needs to go to the trash. I mean, this game was awful. The map was big. That was great. But there was a lack of interaction. There was a lack of progression. There was a lack of feeling like I was actually, doing anything. It was just mayhem. And some of the set pieces were cool. I think graphically it's probably fine if, their intern fixes all these issues. That was not a beta. That was like a fucking alpha, man. That hurt. And this is the second one. Like, they had one but before a tech test. Are you kidding me? And they put this out there? Why do you not want me to pre-order? Because I'm not going to now. It fucking sucked. You actually put a pre-order a screen before this fucking dog turd of a game. Are you shitting me? I mean, it was awful after playing Halo Infinite, which actually ran. Oh, by the way, the second time I wanted to play with my homies, well, I couldn't use my Xbox headset because when I turned it on, the fucking game wouldn't detect my controller and vice versa. So I could either play alone with my controller working or with my headset on and not play at all. Right, because the only game out of the fucking 300 I have that does that shit, right? And it was just garbage. The game crashed at least twice. It didn't shut off my Xbox, so I guess that's cool. But I don't know if it was the combination of, I know that all of us that were playing together have like LG CXs, right? And we're running at 120 hertz. I don't know what the deal was.
Yeah, we're bougie.
But we are bougie, but the thing, it was awful, dude. All right. The fucking whatever comes up when I press like left bumper. What the fuck is that? I don't even know what that is. What am I supposed to do? Where's my compass? Am I going north? Am I going south? Am I going left? Am I going right? I don't even know where I am, where I'm going, where I want to go. I don't know how the fucking points work. What is my HQ? What am I even doing? You drop me into this game with nothing. Like, and I've played Battlefield before. I've played Conquest before. Battlefield 5 Conquest was actually kind of fun, with the team. It was fine. You run around in a circle, you fucking conquest shit, and you dip out. This map was huge. I would run for 20 fucking minutes and die. And you want me to do that again? Where are my vehicles? Oh, look, everybody has the vehicles. They're upside down in the air. That's where they are. Oh, look at that helicopter. It just sunk into the floor. Oh, you shoot a fucking tank. And it's just gone. Like, what is happening right now? Did anybody play this? Was this a legal obligation? Was just the product of a bad divorce? I don't know what this game was, but it was not a game. It was not fun. And anybody that played this and played Halo or even Call of Duty, which I thought was kind of crappy too, and can honestly say that this Battlefield was amazing and is going to destroy the competition is full of shit. 100%.
Yeah.
Keep it at 100, yo. Stop capping. Capping.
Yeah. And the other thing too is, you made a good point too, man, because if they're saying, the game comes out in 5 weeks,
a month. Yeah.
And the other thing too, I know a lot of people are saying, hey, it's a beta, but let's put it this way, right? Infinite's beta also was an old build, from what they said. They said it was an old build. Now imagine if Infinite's beta had this many issues, apparently.
Oh my God, it would have been canceled, Mo. It would have been canceled.
Would have been fucking buried into the ground by people, right? But it seems like, that was just obviously the first one itself, the first flight we played it had a few issues, nothing like this, even though it's on a smaller scale, let's at least be honest with that, but still it was a much cleaner and much tighter, beta. And the second one even improved on that even more, and just the fact that they're so in touch with their fans and, please report, and they just they wanted to add as many people as possible. I mean, every day there was somebody from 343 saying, register. We're trying to flood these servers. We want to know. That itself is a sign of confidence. Like we knew that.
Battlefield 5 came out in November of 2018.
Yeah.
This has no single player campaign. These motherfuckers have been on vacation. All right.
That's the other thing too. There's
no way.
Campaign. Yeah.
There's no single player campaign.
Yeah.
This is pure multiplayer. They already have the engine, not a new engine.
They
should have just skinned Battlefield 5 and not fucked with it, and they would have had a better game. They should have done what COD did and just kept skinning the shit out of the games, put on a battle pass, make some awesome fucking colorful guns, charge people an arm and a leg for it, and move on. Because that was bad. That was fucking bad.
And the other thing too is I think what may contribute to that. There's Mike. I'm about to jump to you. I know you just posted a badass video for us on the channel, but so Tom Henderson, he's also another one of the gaming journalists, and he's saying that apparently like he's gonna drop an investigative piece apparently regarding Battlefield 2042. He just kind of alluded. It seems like it's alluding that investigative type of article that Schreier drops. Those big bombs. Apparently he's going to drop one soon. And because he's like, if any developers want to speak to me, like now's your chance. Like if you want to speak to me, on the DL, full anonymity, whatever, blah blah blah. But yeah, so I don't think on top of everything that's been happening, it really fucking sucks. Like that I hate it when negative news this much affects a game.
Yeah.
Especially like for somebody like me who loves Cyberpunk, and to just see what happened with that. I mean, we're not going to repeat it. It's really, really shitty, but it seems like it's not going to stop. I definitely think if that article does come out soon, I mean, it's just not a good look. And on top of that too, that's the other thing too. Nix is mentioning here, he's saying like $70, for only multiplayer. Like if you're gonna charge, for a full multiplayer, I mean, it's just not a good look. This is not how you bring people in, at least like right away. Mike, you played. You had some time with the beta. What did you think so far?
I had a goddamn blast, guys. To be honest. All right, I'll tell you a few things.
From here to here, bro. I love it.
It's all good, baby. Tell us.
Yeah. Like, so I had all the issues that you guys are talking about. I had so many goddamn issues, matter of fact, on PlayStation 5 that there was a good 30-minute period where I was trying to get my buddies in the lobby and do all that stuff, and we couldn't do it for 30 fucking minutes.
Wow.
30 minutes we were trying to just get in the same room together.
Yeah.
And it was so bad that like my buddy who usually just plays Warzone, like he's just normally a Warzone player, he was like done with it, and I was like basically begging him like, no dude, like just hang in there, bro, like 5 more minutes, and anyways, he held firm. We ended up getting in some few matches, and the matches that we played, they were very good. But yeah, still with the like when dudes would fly in with parachutes, they'd be up, so if they landed on a ceiling like or a rooftop, like you would know exactly where they are, you know what I mean? And that's like not how it's supposed to go. Bunch of the issues, but when the game was running good, I had a blast with it, especially with buddies. So the first 2 times I played it on Xbox, and they were about for like 3 hours a piece, like spread out within a day or whatever. And the first 2 times, dude, my first 2 sessions, I was like straight up, I was like, yeah, I'm good on this fucking game. And like, ooh, that put Halo even more like in my vision. And then my buddy, I switched over to PlayStation and I started playing with my buddy. And there's like, I just was not feeling it. I was still like, yeah, this is okay, whatever. But then the more we started going and doing the vehicles and team play and shit like that, like, all right, like I hear a bunch of you guys like it's just like chaos and like running around not knowing what to do or whatever. It's like Battlefield, guys, is a team fucking game, period. Okay, so I was up at 3 a.m. whenever they released the beta for the open beta for everybody, and they had a 45-minute downtime because it was fucked up. Probably because there was a lot of people trying to join on that motherfucker. One thing that I don't think a lot of people realize is that Battlefield community. There's a Battlefield community. There's a Battlefield community that don't give a shit about these little things or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like there are players that play Battlefield that only play to get in the plane. And it's a plane game to them, and it's not a shooting game. It's a vehicle game to them. Like my last probably 4 or 5 hours with it was nothing but tanks, man. And it was like a tank game instead of like a first person shooter game. Like that's the freedom that Battlefield gives you, you know, because it is all out war, and it is war. And in real life war, a vehicle is a fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? And so when you're posted up on a mountaintop and you're just diming people with your 50 cal and blowing up walls and like taking their cover away, like they're like 20 people in that like area are going to be like, you see that tank up there? Like that's a fucking problem. And that's how like the gameplay is supposed to be made. Yeah, the progression and like the emptiness is still there or whatever, but I never had this moment where I was like, what the fuck do I do? Like, I don't know where to go. Oh, I'm far out. Like I had a grapple hook because I like made sure I learned my classes and stuff like that. But like I could totally see it. Like my buddy who played Warzone, he was just like, fuck this game, man. Like what the fuck is this? And I'm like, what do I do? Why do I do this? Like why isn't like the ping system not working? Yeah, that shit was fucked up. Whenever you revived people, you would grab their gun first instead of like revive them right off the bat, which that was so fucked up. I remember doing that so many times. Yeah, that was like this shit's so fucked up, man. Like, so I want to buy it on launch, but this beta told me that, okay, so I have a buddy who already pre-ordered it. Thank you for him. I was like, I'm not going to buy this on launch, dude. Like, whenever you get it and it comes out, like, tell me, like, because I'm going to wait at least a week or two to see, because if it comes out like this, I'm not going to get it. You know what I mean? Because yes, the beta as a beta, yeah, it was fun. And like I had the time that I wanted to with Battlefield to understand what this 2042 is. But in regards to is a beta, this is what a question too, is the beta like setting out for me to pre-order? Like, I don't know. I don't care, to be honest. But if that was the case, then it would be a fuck no, because look at all these issues, man. Like, I'm not going to sit there and shoot at it and like a ghosted player because like his animation won't like peace out whenever it needs to, whenever he signs out, you know? But, it's the beta and all that stuff. And it's like, yeah, man, you can only say that excuse so much until it really comes out. And then it'll be like any other shitty games. You got the hardcore fans that'll like, no, don't give a shit, and they'll buy it, and and I'm sure Battlefield and EA, they know like exactly how hardcore their fans are and how many they have to hit like a certain number, I'm sure. But in the state that the beta was in, I played it both on Xbox Series S and PlayStation 5. I would say they both ran about the same, but what that like measurement is still pretty shitty. You know what I mean? I still had fun with it though, and I hope it gets fixed, and I want to get it, because to me it's like Halo will be the arcade game, and then Battlefield will be the more like I want to like stop and like slow down and snipe and stuff like that. What's up, Jordan? I see that crooked eye, son. I see that crooked eye. Like the twitchy shooter, the arcade, like, you know, quick, fast. Yeah.
I think you and I jive on that same level of what we want out of Battlefield. Like I said, I want this to be good, man, because we would have a blast with this, especially if we could get Mo and Kevin to, you know.
Yeah, it's a very much a team. We had a whole team in a tank, and we would take in objectives. We were fucking dudes up. It was great. So, stacking digital bodies.
Yes, I will say when it clicked, I had a good time. Like I said, I played one match with Hassan last night, and we had a great time. But again, there was still bugs and shit. But when it works, and there's nothing like, you know, those Battlefield moments. And I want more of those. So, like I said, if it launches and it's okay, then that's a good thing. But if it doesn't, I can't say I won't be surprised.
You know, there are good Battlefield moments. Like
Yeah,
I
man.
vividly
Yeah,
remember,
man.
even as a newbie, I remember Battlefield 5. I was running towards, I was running away from a tank. All right, and my homies were up in a helicopter. I missed the helicopter, right? So they're up in a helicopter. I ran to an outhouse. All right, because my ass is like, oh, I'm gonna run into this outhouse. I'm gonna hide. Okay, the tank blows up the outhouse, and it was like Jurassic Park, man. I was still there. I was still there. So the outhouse is gone, and I'm screaming on the mic like, oh my god.
Best.
But you know, good times. So I do want this to be better, but that beta scared me, and that's really like being cautious about a game is okay. Like you don't need to pre-order the shit, you know. But yeah, I really do hope it's okay because it is still one of the biggest games, the biggest warfare games where you can do whatever you want to do, right? So I don't know. For all the shit talk, you know, I do want it to do well, but man, that was a clusterfuck for me. That was a bad beta.
Yeah.
Let's hope they.
The one thing Battlefield does do good is it really lets you, like, it gives you a sense, like that chaos that you feel during gameplay, like, dude, you're on a fucking battlefield. And it really does, like, that. Those games, that's what hooked me on. When I first started playing one, and it like a moment like Kevin, where you're just like, wow, and you got trucks and all this shit happening, like, you're like, whoa, I'm on a battlefield. Like the name, you know what I mean? Like they do, like when rounds hit concrete and it like vibrates the ground and all the dust comes up. Like I'm like, that is so fucking good. Like I love those moments, man. And then you got just like it's chaos, and that was another thing my buddy was like upset with. He was just like, I'm just getting shot from like nowhere or like anywhere basically, and I'm just like. You gotta maneuver the battlefield and the terrain a certain way. Like this is not Call of Duty, you know what I mean? But anyways, Battlefield, yeah. Like I just wish that I didn't have as many problems as I did. But overall, the good times were had, and I really hope EA gets their shit together because I don't think they can really drop this game in a shitty state. Especially with their repertoire and like how people view them, and I feel like they know that at least. You know, come on, they read the internet, right? Right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, they do. They're not stupid. Yeah, man. Matt, God bless you, bro. I know you'll be there November 12th. You're a big Battlefield
Hell yeah,
fan.
Matt.
I'm fucking happy for you, bro. If you're happy that if you love it and you're happy, I'm happy for you, man.
Amen.
Amen, baby. Okay. Let me see. So. Carlo, I know we don't got you for a long time, man. So let me see what else we can. Carlo, did you play Metroid Dread or Far Cry 6? Because whichever one you did is the one that I'll lead off with.
Okay. So I'm not a Metroid fan, but I did play Far Cry 6. Yes.
Okay. Good. All right. So what I'll do is I'll switch them up. I was gonna dive into Metroid next, but I'll go to Far Cry because I know that you gotta go soon. So anyway. Far Cry 6, it launches, gets a 78 on OpenCritic, which is a pretty strong average for it. I don't know what it got on Metacritic, neither do I care. But so the whole thing with Ubisoft once again starts, right? Like first you had like these articles saying, you know, there's one of the conversations that, you know, one of the reasons that started this entire conversation about, you know, the Far Cry games and whatnot is this article from Waypoint. You know, it's by Vice. They called it it's a creatively and morally bankrupt. This isn't a review of Far Cry 6 because honestly I can't play this shit anymore. I just can't do it. Now there was people that looked at it from two different sides. You know, look. There's a lot of people like me who keep complaining about the Ubisoft formula. I also acknowledge that despite being a Ubisoft hater, this works. It has a huge fan base. A lot of people like it. A lot of people look forward to it. Just because I don't like it, it doesn't mean that it's not right. Right? Now, there's a lot of people that echo my sentiments, and they also say the same thing. This itself, you know, like putting out an article like this, like, I mean, you know, I remember Grubb said, he's like, yeah, but this is kind of like ballsy because journalists never really used to do something like that. I'm like, yeah, sure. I understand. You know, journalists couldn't put out something like that, but why do it in that way? Right. Like, I mean, it just looks very petty when you push out your opinions in a manner like that. Like, I mean, I think it can be done better. You know, like, I mean, you don't have to just lead off with fucking, it's not a review. I can't play this shit anymore. I just can't do it. You know, like, I mean, I don't know how anybody's going to take you or your publication seriously if you lead off an article with that type of title. Like, it's pathetic. Even for somebody like me who doesn't like Far Cry, who's sick of Ubisoft, I look at that and I'm like, this is so fucking stupid. You know, like, I mean, and so this whole conversation started this week about, you know, this is more of the same. You know, you're either in the camp of, hey, more of the same is cool, or you're in the camp of like, why the fuck aren't they doing anything different, right? So I made it a point, like when I was having these conversations with people, I'm like, just because you think, you know, for somebody like me, for instance, I'll give my opinion, just because I think the formula is stale or this doesn't jive with me anymore, this formula, it doesn't mean that these games are not good. It doesn't mean that these games are not fundamentally sound. It doesn't mean that they're not fun to play and they don't offer a lot for the people that you know, just in general. And I think what a lot of people are doing nowadays, especially with reviews, is when you look at these games, and again, Ubisoft hater here, you can't review these games in comparison to the older ones, because what's happening now is that's how they're reviewing them. They're not reviewing them for what they are. You're not reviewing Far Cry 6 for what it is and what it does and what it's bringing to the table. All they're keeping in the back of their head is, oh, this is the same as 5. This is the same as 4. This is the same as 3. I'm fucking sick of this shit. Ubisoft formula, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, man, we get it. You know, everybody who's reading your reviews have probably are in the know about what's going on with Ubisoft and their formula. But the one curious thing, though, me and Kevin were talking about that before the show. I didn't see this many people going to bat for Far Cry 5. Kevin actually brought that up. Where was all of this defense for Far Cry 5? I mean, from people who have played 6, you know, who also enjoyed 6, it doesn't seem like, you know, outside of you know, a change of location and whatnot, the games are still fundamentally the same. But there was a lot more complaints for Far Cry 5 than Far Cry 6. I'm seeing a lot of people say, like, defend Far Cry, defend Far Cry. I'm like, where the fuck were all you guys when 5 came out? Why weren't you defending 5? Because there was a lot of people that were complaining that it was the same, that it didn't do anything new. I just found that very strange. I didn't play 6. I have no intention of playing 6. Just because of my, you know, the stated reasons, you know, but that doesn't mean that I don't acknowledge that it is a good game. You know, Ains reviewed it for Season Gaming. He loved it. Majority of people who are playing it, who I know, they really like it. They're enjoying it. And I'm happy that they're enjoying it. So I don't know, bro. You know, like, I mean, there's a lot of discourse and it's one way or the other. And there's a lot of head scratching things that I'm seeing on a daily basis. But Carlo, let me start with you, man. I mean, I know you played the game. So what do you think of your experience with the game and everything that, you know, that we've been talking about?
See, Far Cry in general for me is like a good book or like a good movie, right? Because it's like, it's about the story. And I think that, you know, sure, the mechanics might be similar. Like, what was it? In Far Cry 5, you had those like weird hallucinogenic areas that you blew up or put on fire. And in this one, it's like tobacco fields or whatnot with chemicals. But I mean, the stories are just, every time it's just a little bit different or a little bit more unique. 5 was about some, you know, crazy religious leader, cult leader, right? And that was kind of cool. Like, I liked the story in that. That was awesome because, I mean, who knows how many cults are out there in the middle of nowhere, right? You know? And in the, and 6... You know, it's like there's this badass dictator who's a sociopath or psychopath is probably the better term, and he's trying to teach his son to be a psychopath too. He's like, listen, son, you know, if you want to keep this country together, we got to show that it's loyalty to the country and not the family and not the people. We're above everything. Loyalty to us. You know, loyalty to our regime. And you see the kid is like hesitant to do some of the stuff that his father does. I mean, that's really cool because how many dictators out there in the world that probably have done this to their sons, where who knows how many times the U.S. came in and did some type of side ops mission to change that. But this is cool. This is what's great about this game. And I love it. And I'm going to defend this game. I don't care if you don't like the chicken fighting, right? I don't care if you're mad about the chicken fighting.
I defended that, dude. Like, bro, you're sitting here stabbing, shooting, blowing humans up, and you're fucking bitching about cockfighting? Get the fuck out of here, man.
It's like lines of code. It's code. It's not real chickens. And in third world countries, they probably do a lot of these chicken fighting.
Motherfuckers are eating chicken while
living off of that money
about cockfighting.
I mean, because these countries are so poor, right? And it's a way for them to make money and gamble on the side. It's not like they intentionally grow up to say, I want to hurt chickens. They're probably like, I want to survive and be able to eat and not starve to death on the side of the road. But this is a game we're talking about. And I think that gaming journalists take this stuff way too far just to have an article, and then they create this echo chamber, and you get all these trolls in on it, like, yeah, you know, these chicken fights are bad. Let's call PETA in onto this. And I'm sorry, man, but like, this is code. This is animation. Do you watch cartoons, and do you complain in cartoons that big robots like Transformers are shooting at each other and turn into cars? I mean, get real. But the story, Mo, it's about the story, and you fall in love with the story. Yeah. And this one in particular is dear to my heart, and Lady probably knows why. It's because it has Guapo the gator. And to me, it has an alligator or a crocodile, whatever it is. I didn't look into it yet, but he's there, and he's helping you. And it's just so, some of the stuff is just so crazy that they do in these games, like, your alligator's eating people while you're walking around. Like, the alligator just sees enemies on the street. It's like, I'm pretty hungry. I'm just going to go attack. And it does. It does all that by itself, you know? And it's a crazy fun time. Yeah. And it's the kind of game where, so what if you die? You just go around blowing crap up. Like you said, you're killing people, you're maiming people, you're meleeing people, you're whatever type of weapon you got, you're just shooting people. And you need more bullets, so you shoot them and you get more bullets to shoot more people. This is what is fun. This is, you know, like Matt just says, it's comfort food. It's mindless fun. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I say, Mo, give it a try. You might like it. You don't have to go out and spend the $60 on it and whatnot. Wait till it goes down to like $15 or something.
I've made worse decisions, bro. Trust me.
I bet.
Yeah, I doubt this will not be. Yeah, I know.
It's so cool, man, and it's like, wow. And it makes me, you know, me living in America, and most of us as Americans or North Americans or whatever, we never really see this kind of chaos, right? We don't really go to these third world countries for a vacation and be like, oh, I want to see some chaos today and guerrilla warfare. I mean, I'm going to walk down the street and watch this fun stuff happen between a tyranny and a dictator and guerrilla warfare fighters. No, we don't get to see it. So when it's told in a story, I kind of like enjoy it, and I immerse myself into it, and I imagine what it must be like for those people, like to be under that kind of oppression constantly and just be afraid. I mean, the dictator in the game is even like, sure, these could be great people if they worked for us. They could save paradise, and then he's like telling his son, but this guy can't be saved. Shoot him. You know, and it's just like, wow, what kind of country is this? In my mind, honestly, I love chaos, and Far Cry is just a bunch of mindless chaos, and I love it.
Sure,
I absolutely love it.
Yeah,
maybe not. I wouldn't survive long in a country like that probably, because I'd be like trying to take pictures and be like, hey, what's up, guys? I want a picture of you. You know, but man, it is fun. I like it, man.
That's cool, Carlo. I am legit interested in it. Like I said, I've played every Far Cry except for Primal, and again, I kind of did start to feel a little bit of the formula kind of wearing on me. But again, like from what I've seen, based on some of the reviews I've read, and the way you're describing this to me, especially the narrative portion of it, it seems like it's probably the most compelling or the strongest that it's been yet. And I've always kind of been not entirely sure how to feel about the juxtaposition of just how crazy the gameplay is versus how serious some of these stories get. But again, that's part of the uniqueness of what makes Far Cry Far Cry. Going back to kind of the whole review discourse thing without kind of taking it outside of the context of Far Cry. We hear about people complaining how it's just not changing the formula enough, but we shooters, you can only really do so much as far as changing their formula, especially an open world one.
Sure.
Unless you introduce new mechanics and whatnot. But I would like to see more. If reviewers want to criticize Far Cry in that regard, I want to see them talk about your annuals like Call of Duty.
Yes.
Far Cry does not come out every year.
Yes.
So if we're going to say this doesn't change that much, we better say this Call of Duty campaign. Oh, I'm doing. It's one of those sequences where my hearing goes out and it's buzzing, and then I'm getting picked up by a guy, and then shit flies over my head. All this. So again,
let me ask you, since you're mentioning that. Since you're mentioning that, are people complaining about Battlefield that if does Battlefield feel different to you? The 2042. Issues aside, let's put the technical issues aside.
Fair.
Does the game feel any different to you than 5 or 4?
So I will say core, no, it does not.
Okay.
You know what to expect. The mechanics are the same, the rules are the same, and it's just new guns or new vehicles or new gadgets.
Yeah. So that's the thing that I was saying. I'm sorry. I want you to finish.
No.
That's the thing that I was saying earlier is like, I looked at myself and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm sick of the formula. Can I say that this is a bad game because I am sick of the formula? I would never.
No.
Right. And that's what's fucking killing me about these people is like you're so inconsistent with your negativity and your criticism. Be consistent. I don't want to see you give Far Cry 6 a 7 and give fucking Call of Duty Vanguard an 8.5. You know what you'll be? You'll be a fucking man.
I know.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
I know, man. No, so that's exactly the point that I wanted to make. And like I said, there's really not much to argue there, but other than, keep that same energy if you want to criticize this on that regard. Like I said, what I see here is, look at this, it's fucking chaotic. But yeah, I think what ultimately has kind of drawn me out of the Ubisoft game too, like with Mo, is just the fact that their games feel so bloated for me. Like, not aside from what you're offered maybe from the campaign or as far as the main quest, everything else kind of feels like filler to me, or it's a time sink ultimately. I haven't played any of the recent Ubisoft games just because I know what they are now, especially Valhalla. I am going to play this game. Like I said, I'm waiting, just like you suggested, Carlo. I'm going to wait for a price drop before I get to it. Because this seems like a hell of a good time, dude. And I'm just not ready to or willing to jump in on day one just because I know what the experience is going to be like, and I know the amount of time it's going to require for me to at least kind of really appreciate everything it has to offer.
Oh yeah, Carlo.
Yeah, real quick too. I mean, I don't know if K-Man's also a doctor like Humo, but you learn like some tricks in this game. Like you could put a cigar in your arm and heal yourself.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a doctor like Mo, but I have used that technique and it works
every time, right?
Every fucking time.
Oh, we gotta try that, man. Oh shit, cigar. Carlo,
so
do you have to? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I do got to bounce because of my wife, but I want to thank you guys for having me on the show. It's been a lot of fun listening to you guys talking back and forth. You guys
thanks
are great.
for coming up, man.
Appreciate
you.
Yeah, Carlo, awesome to have you, bro.
Yeah,
Seriously,
definitely.
thank you,
I agree with a lot of your viewpoints, and I'll get you into Far Cry 6, Mo. I will get you into I will.
I'm gonna get it. I will get it. I promise you that. Yeah, no, I will get it. I will try it. Considering how many of you guys are, playing it. Even Bad Bit, Matt. I know Drizzle, or a lot of Brizzle. I'm sorry, a lot of people here are. But Carlo, we hope to get you on again soon, man. Hopefully for the entire show. But where can they reach you, brother? Where can they find you at?
Everybody can find me at 4GQ TV now, is what we've rebranded it to. We're actually doing very good on Facebook. 100K we hit on our videos on there.
Hey!
Nice.
We have 3 interviews coming up. Sal Abenanti, who's friends with Mark Brooks. We have Kelly Thompson, Eisner writer for comics. And I forget his first name all the time, and he laughs about it. Morowitz. He's a colorist from Marvel, but he's coming on. So look forward to that, guys. And thank you for having me.
Cool.
It's been a pleasure. And I don't know. If anybody out there listens to me, give Mo a copy of Far Cry 6. Thank you.
No, I'll get it, man. I promise. I will. I'm gonna try it. You know, even Lady here, she said that she's trying to stick to the story, and I think if I do, I know
I'll
I'll
never
probably be
finish
missing
it.
a lot. But
And
that's
and you know what? Play it the way you want to play it, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
it does got a good
Exactly.
story. It's got good
Yeah.
scenes. So,
and it has
Well-
a steel book, so I'm definitely gonna get it.
man, I don't want to leave.
I know, dude. I know,
Carlo.
I know, man. I know. But
We'll rain-
you know
we'll
what? We
rain
got
check
you
you.
for an hour and a half, Brad.
Yeah.
Well, I got to get you on soon. You know, next time I get you on, hopefully it'll be for the full 2 hours, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Maybe even go over.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, dude, you don't even need to tell me to go over. I just do it, you know, so we can all, because I know we all have shit to do, you know. But shit, if it was up to me, man, I'd sit here for 3-4 hours. When I talk video games, man, I lose all track of time. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh man. But yeah, man.
well,
Thank you. Thanks,
thank you.
Carlo.
Have a good night,
Appreciate
man.
you, man. We'll
Later.
talk soon.
Later, Carlo.
Take it easy, brother. Have a good one. Kevin.
Yo,
Oh.
Far Cry.
Far Cry. Where you
it's
at
like
with
talking
this,
about
man?
it's like talking about Fast and the Furious, or the next Rock movie or some shit, man. Like you know exactly what to expect. I was talking in chat. It's gonna be cliche. It's gonna be kind of silly. It's gonna have those outrageous, you know, outlandish moments. But you're gonna come out of it and you're gonna enjoy yourself. Are you gonna? Is the story gonna stick with you? Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. But you know, because it'll blend in with all the other 16 stories that you've played through. But yeah, the whole defense of it is kind of funny. Like I don't understand why now versus not then. You know, like people have been bitching about Far Cry since Far Cry 3. Right. I mean, after Far Cry 3, it was like, oh, now we're doing it with animals. Or now it's, it's a bunch of strangers on an island. And now, whatever. I still got to finish Far Cry 5. I actually finished Far Cry 3 like this last year. I shelved it for like 8 years. I shit you not. And by the glory of Steam, I was able to start off exactly where I left off, 8 years ago, which was crazy. And I didn't know what the fuck was happening. But you don't need to. It's Far Cry. So you just start blowing shit up and killing people, and pretty soon you're like, oh yeah, that's what's happening. So Far Cry's good. Whatever, man. It's like it's macaroni and cheese, right? It's like Call of Duty. I kind of want to see it go on forever because I could be like, hey, Grandpa played the original Far Cry back when it had a story and a protagonist, and now it's you're a unicorn and you're on a mission to destroy the evil Pegasus on the moon, and that'll be Far Cry 20. And yes, Far Cry 3 still holds up on the PC is where I played it. I don't know how it's gonna hold up on consoles, but it looked fine, ran fine on a PC. You can always crank it up and shit.
Sure.
But yeah, Far Cry 3 is a blast. Yeah, whatever, man. I don't know why people need to step up to the plate to defend and bootlick on
I don't know
Ubisoft.
either, man.
I don't get
I
it.
don't
Like
know,
they don't
dude.
need it.
Yeah, it's just so much of that.
They're fucking crying in their beds of money right now, going, "Oh my god, if we only got a 78 on Open Critic, oh, what are we gonna do?" No, they're not. They're on a fucking yacht, bitches. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's fucking
whatevs.
exactly, bro. Exactly. Mike, you planning on getting into Far Cry, man?
I feel like
we had this conversation with you about 5 and 6 and whatever. So let it rip,
yeah,
bro.
right. Yeah, like Far Cry. So Far Cry 5 was my first Far Cry. I bought it. I loved the shit out of it. Everybody hated it. Well, not everybody. You understand? I'm speaking a little generalistic here, but yeah, people were just like, it's just same old shit. Like I watched they had a real life, like The Division on Amazon Prime. They had like a real life 20-minute with actors. The actor who played the main villain, they're in the churches. And like, I was so into it. Far Cry to me is one of the better Ubisofts. Like, whenever Assassin's Creed was like the main meat, Far Cry is like that thing that sticks in there, I had a blast with 5. People didn't like it. now 6 incoming, and I am literally surprised at the praise that this game is getting. Not because I think it's bad, but just because, like, the fans, Far Cry fans, I'm not exactly sure what kind of, like, community this has or what kind of, like, hardcore fan base this has, but I've seen nothing but good things. When I watch the commercials, I'm laughing my ass off when I don't know his name. How do you say the villain's name? John Carlo?
John Carlo.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, you thought you were going to hit that skip button. I'm like, you motherfucker got me. I'm like, you got me, dude. I'm like, this is, you're playing off of this actor's, like, mainstay. I haven't really seen, like, Breaking Bad all the way through, but I know he's in it, and I know, like, he's, like, one of the main
really
dudes.
good.
That's kind of like... That's kind of like how he got his big, his visual from everybody. Yeah. And they're playing on that. And I think that's cool. Sometimes I'm just like, this is some of that, like, cheese clown stuff with Ubisoft where it's like, yo, we're fucking crazy. We'll spray paint on the wall kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But I enjoy it mostly. When I watch gameplay for 6, I am like, that looks like a good time. And I feel like it will be a good time. Will I purchase it, though, like, right now? No. Because to me, that's all it is just like a good first-person shooter. Because right now, if I were to buy a first-person shooter game, it'd probably be Deathloop. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, and I see a lot of people liking Far Cry 6, and I see exactly why. You know what I mean? The area that it's in, like this tropical little area, and then you're just beautiful. You're roasting people with flamethrowers, alligators, you got dogs. Yeah. You got the vehicles in there. It's like, it's everything. Matt said it perfectly. It's the comfort food of Ubisoft's first person shooter, basically. Yeah. And I feel like that if I didn't get it soon, I'm not really missing anything. Mm-hmm. But the moment I do experience it, it will like fill me up with joy and be like, yeah, this is a good time. You know what I mean? Because I still have little bit of moments to where I'm like, oh, I might revisit Far Cry 5 again. But next time I have that moment, I'll just get 6 because it looks like a good time. Might be way later on down the line, but yeah. I think overall it'll do good. I think overall it'll receive like good reception. Like honestly, everybody in the chat has been saying like, yo, they love it, and that's awesome. I like to hear that because it looks like a fun game.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people, everybody that we know that's been playing it has been enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, Ains, and you got Bad Bit and Leo and who else over here? I'm sorry. I know Lady. Yeah, Lady's enjoying it. Nyx is enjoying it. So,
and I think it is down that vein of just like you can pick it up, you can enjoy whatever is happening, whether you're a hardcore gamer or a casual gamer or whatever. Honestly, it doesn't really fucking matter, but it just seems like it's easy to get into, fun to have. I'm sure the music is great. Like I'm kind of interested in that because the music in 5 is good. Ubisoft usually kind of like goes in with the music and stuff, so I like it. I bet you can get some good immersive moments whenever you're like traveling the worlds and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. So it'll be definitely that's on my list for sure. What was on my list and what I am currently playing now. That sounds fucking fake as shit.
That was good.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, Metroid Dread, guys. It's so fucking good. Oh my god, man. Oh, look at this fucking loser. I'm late. Fuck it, though. I'm here. Hi, Diego. Happy birthday, my fucking son. I love you.
Oh my goodness, happy birthday, loser.
Is it his birthday today?
Yeah, it was his birthday yesterday. He tried to be all incognito and shit. We caught his ass. Happy birthday, Diego. Anyway,
yeah, happy birthday, Diego. When are you going to accept my PlayStation friend request, huh?
Oh, shit. Oh, snap.
Put him on blast.
So I remember I had to do that because I remember one show Diego was like, Mike never says my name. And I was like, well, because you never accepted my PlayStation friend request, Diego. Come on, bro. What's up, Diego? I hope you're doing good, though, man. Happy birthday.
Yeah, so Dread is out, and it did great. Critically, got an 88 on Open Critic, which is fantastic. And actually, usually, the last 2D game that came out in this storyline is Metroid Fusion, and I think that's been over 15 years. So this is basically an end of the main storyline of Metroid. If you guys don't know, There's Metroid 2, Return of Samus, and then there's Super Metroid, and then Metroid Fusion, and now there's this one. That's the mainline Metroid story. Metroid Prime is an alternate story that takes place after the first original NES Metroid. So it's not, it's a completely different story. Anyway, this game is
What
out.
about Other M? I'm just
Fuck
kidding.
Other M. I can't
Other
believe that.
Other M is canon. God damn it! No, I'm just
I know. So yeah, this game is out. What really made me happy about it is how much attention and love Metroid has gotten, over the past week, or at least over the past few days, because it's been so freaking long. I love Metroid. I really started getting into the series when Prime released. Prime is like one of the one of the GOAT games, that's known, and on top of that, really, it's one of the defining games for me for the GameCube itself. The GameCube is my favorite console of all time. So the Prime itself, Metroid Prime itself, is very special. And that's really what got me into the series and the lore and whatnot. And then I obviously played 2 and 3 and whatever. So anyway, this is the first time I actually properly dive into a full-on 2D Metroid, right? And it's amazing, man. Usually I'm not too much into the whole 2D Metroidvania type of games. I loved Fist itself, as much as I sang about Fist, but I want to get back to it at some point, but I stopped, and I don't know if it's just like my bias for Metroid itself and the fact that I'm just so excited to play it, but I love the way it plays. It handles very well. It looks incredible. For what they've done with it. It's so sad that some of these games have to be locked behind ancient hardware, but they did such a great job with it itself. It runs flawlessly. It looks amazing. It controls very well. I like the sense of progression. I had a conversation with Elu. He's a Metroid purist, including the 2D games. He felt like I'm not far enough into the game yet. I'm a few hours in, but there was some complaints that he had, and he has a review that's coming out on SG. But for me personally, I think the sound direction is fantastic. I think the enemy design is great, especially the Emmys. The Emmys are these robots that chase you when you are in their zone. It's a cat and mouse situation because all of the exits lock down and you have to figure out how to get out of there. And the Emmys, if they catch you, one hit, one kill. Immediately. It just triggers a cutscene. And you have like this flash. It's a split second to press your button, and 99 out of 100 times you're going to miss it. So it's very difficult. But they do a great job of keeping that tension, that of making you feel that tension, at least in the game itself. So I love it, dude. I'm very excited, to keep playing it. I love the abilities that she has. Especially the invisibility one that I just unlocked yesterday. It's pretty cool, man. Just the way that it all ties together, and obviously, again, Metroidvania. That's really where the term was born. Getting abilities and unlocking different shit somewhere else and whatever. I personally don't feel like the game holds your hand. It doesn't like tell you where to go. There's no arrow that tells you where to go. So it still has that, for me, there's still that sense of, discovery, like opening up new areas just because you remember that there was a new area or there was an area that you couldn't access from before. Or if you look on your map, you're like, oh shit, that's right. I wanted to come here and I didn't. So there's no area that tells you like, hey, you just unlocked this ability, go here. At least I'm not seeing that, so, but yeah. I think I'm the only one on this panel that has played Metroid, right? Metroid Dread? Okay. All right. So, yeah.
So the game obviously sucks.
Yeah,
2
the
out
game
of
is
10.
just fucking trash, basically. So,
Just absolute trash.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, look at Game
Just go
Positive.
pirate it.
Game
like
Positive is
Taco
shocked
says.
that the GameCube is my favorite. Yeah, bro. Yeah. You know me, man. I love. You and I talked about freaking OG Xbox and how amazing it was and whatnot. But yeah, I love the GameCube, dude. What did you say here? I've heard the sound design is top notch, but the music was not bad but disappointing. I personally don't think the music is disappointing. I feel like people just want the same shit over and over. And we were just talking about Far Cry. You know, like, I mean, I think it's very fitting with what we're seeing, especially like with the tense environments and whatnot. But again, I don't know. I just feel like it's a little bit nitpicking, but everybody's opinion is valid. Except,
True, man.
yeah. And yeah, Nix makes a good point here too. He said it's a good holdover until Metroid Prime 4. And yes, dude, absolutely. That's the ultimate goal, baby. Eye on the prize. So I would tell you guys what you think. Or Jordan, I think you might be the only one I know here that might actually be getting it, right? Because I know you're a huge Metroidvania fan.
Yeah,
So,
I am, man. I just don't want
Yeah.
to give Nintendo any any money. Honestly, they don't
Yeah.
deserve it. This is like the one thing that I think
I know.
that piques my interest out of all they
pretty
put out
sad.
this year. It is right.
Mhm.
I'm glad you're digging it though, man. Metroidvanias are awesome, dude. Like I said, this seems like a good jumping off point for you to get into the genre. I know you played Fist, or at least didn't finish it, but it's such a great genre, dude. Like I know. You said you haven't finished Ori, right? You didn't,
No,
you didn't
dude,
beat it.
no. Yeah, I did not. And honestly, I started the first Ori. I
Yeah.
played a few hours of it. I did not get back to it, and I haven't even played Will of the Wisp. You know
so
what I mean?
good.
So yeah, I know.
So
I
good,
know.
man.
I know. Shame
It's just,
on me.
yeah, it's a special type of game though, man. Just the sense of exploration and just that I just love how progression takes place in this game. You know, it just seems so organic trying to navigate environments as you learn new abilities. So I'm excited, man. I just don't think I'm going to pick it up anytime soon. I just have too much on my plate right now. But it's good to see a AAA Metroidvania back in the spotlight.
Yeah, definitely, man, for sure. Nick's here saying, "Give us the Prime trilogy already." You're probably ready to go. Hey, fucking amen, bro. Amen. So anyway, yeah. If you're interested, if you're into that, whatever. If you're into Metroid or if you're into the this genre, definitely give it a go because so far it's been awesome. I'll have more on it, you know, the more I play it. But Kevin, George, Mike, you guys wanted to mention anything or next topic or what's up, boys? Anything? You guys got anything?
Nothing, man. I got nothing.
I did watch the first hour on a stream. Maximilian, dude, he's like a fighting game guy. And I was like, holy fucking shit, this is like the upgrade Samus needed. Like, basically, I watched everything that you see here and on, like, he met the Emmys and stuff like that. And I was like, this music rocks. I was like, this music rocks. Samus looks fine in that white armor, son.
yeah,
And then, all right, so, but the thing for me is, like, I really want it too, and I just got done playing Fist, which doesn't really matter to me or whatever. But then I saw somebody beat it, and the time that they beat it in was about 8 hours. So I'm assuming maybe that's a hardcore guy, and they just kind of, like, they did, you know, they just got after it or whatever. So maybe like 10, 12 hours. And to me, Fist was fucking damn near almost 30 hours. I know it was 20 easily. It was I hit 23 hours, I know for a fact. And for Metroid to be 10, I'm just like, oh man, like even by the
meaty, bro.
Yeah, even by the time I would get into Metroid, it would end for me. But I know it, like, I know there's something that happens in the game that it, like, makes for the next story bit in, like, the genre itself in the series. So that's cool. I saw a spoiler thumbnail and I was like, that's fucking cool. But will I get this though, man? If it goes down, I just don't see it going down though, man. And that sucks because it looks so damn good. It looks like they reinvented, or now they're going into it like, it kind of reminded me of like how NetherRealm did Mortal Kombat, where it's like, no, it's just not some space alien shit anymore. Like, no, we got characterization, we got lore, you know, we're trying to put the anime in Samus or whatever, and like that's what I dig about it, because like a Doom guy, you know, you can only go so far with the silent protagonist, and you know, oh, I'm just here to chew bubblegum type of shit or whatever. But yeah, Metroid Dread looks awesome, and whenever that music kicked on, I was like in nostalgia heaven. I was like, that's the first Super Nintendo game I bought with my own money at a pawn shop, was Super Metroid, and that I play that game for for ages, man. So seeing Dread to be out, I hope it kickstarts Samus. Talk to you about this, Mo. I hope it like gets Samus back in the grind for those Prime revivals and Prime 4. Oh, so good. Nintendo they have ammo. I feel like they're just like, but Mario, look at this dude. So I don't know what they're doing.
I'm fucking tired of Mario, man.
So yeah, Metroid Dread looks dope.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, definitely.
Glad you're enjoying it.
Thanks, man. Yeah, for sure. All right. Let's finish off with so Grand Theft Auto trilogy. It's been rumored for a long time, for a few months that it's supposed to be coming out, and this is the original trilogy, and it's actually now confirmed by Rockstar. They announced that Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, the definitive edition, is coming to PC and consoles this year before hitting mobiles in 2022. In an update on the site, the company said the collection will be coming to PS5, PS4, Series X and S, Xbox One, Switch, and Rockstar Games launcher on PC this year, going to mobile devices in 2022. If it's going to mobile devices in 2022, I don't think this is going to be as, personally, I don't think this is as ambitious as people think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a fresh coat of paint. Maybe they're going to add some, maybe new recorded dialogue, especially like for the protagonist in 3. I forgot his fucking name. And Grand Theft Auto 3. What was his name?
Oh my
Somebody
goodness.
else. Somebody. What is it?
Starts with a V, right?
Clyde? Was it
Vito?
Clyde?
No, wait.
Vinny?
Holy crap. That was Vinny, right?
He doesn't
no.
talk.
Main protagonist in Grand Theft Auto. Somebody's got to know it here.
Oh
Grand
my
Theft Auto
God.
4?
No, Grand Theft Auto 3. 4 was
Three.
Nico Bellic. Him
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I'm talking about 3.
3?
Holy crap.
Wasn't it Clyde? I could have
all.
sworn his
Claude.
name was
It's Claude.
Claude. Yes, there you go.
Claude?
I mean, what the
I had to look
The
that
guy
up.
No
didn't
wonder we
say a
didn't remember his
word.
name. I'm
That's
sorry
why he didn't
to
have
all
any
the
dialogue.
Claudes out there.
The guy didn't say a word, and we were expected to remember his fucking
Hey,
name.
this is Claude.
That's a weird Claude.
Most
Thanks,
unassuming
Claude.
name.
Short for Claudio.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude. Anyway, yeah. So they're confirming it. I don't know, how ambitious this is going to be, but I think this is just fucking Rockstar being Rockstar again, just at least until Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, whenever the fuck that does come out. But how you guys feeling about this? What are you expecting? Like a big, like a dramatic remaster, or or just lazy remasters? What do you think, Jordan?
So I did not know that it was going to be on mobile.
Neither did
that's
I.
news to me. I did not know that. So with that in mind, I don't know if it's going to be like a dedicated port for mobile, or if, like I said, or if they will
I
actually
hope so.
put in the time and effort to making it a proper remaster, right?
Yes.
Not a remake. Yeah.
Yeah, no, these are
Yeah.
they're calling them the definitive edition. So, I mean, and they did say across the board upgrades, including graphical improvements and modern gameplay enhancements for all 3 titles, while still maintaining the classic look and feel of the originals. That's
Okay.
all they said so far.
So my expectation would be that these games have some updated controls, because the movement is very,
Of course.
very, very janky
Prehistoric.
by today's standards. Yes.
Historic.
So they're gonna have to really put a lot of work into to really update it to play like a modern game. I'm not particularly excited about it, just because I've played the games casually back on my buddy's PS when I was growing up, and they didn't really kind of stick with me. They're not pillars in like my gaming library. We talked about
you were
this
telling
before.
us. Yeah. Mhm.
I kind of hold 4 closer to my heart than any of them, mostly just because the story was awesome.
Yeah.
But no, I think Rockstar knows what they're doing. They know that this game is going to sell like friggin' hotcakes. So everyone get your shark cards out and let's go buy some GTA 3, San Andreas, and Vice City.
Eric, Game Positive. So the only difference I'll tell you here is Mafia Definitive was a full-on remake.
That was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mafia 2 and Mafia 2 was just a remaster, and albeit it was a pretty shitty remaster, filled with a lot of problems. But Mafia 1, full on remake, and it looked incredible. So I don't think they're going with that, but I hope I'm wrong, because they're charging full fucking $70 for these. So, woo! Yeah, I know. So Yeah, Kevin, where you at with
Yo,
these?
this is
where you
gonna
at
be
with
lazy. This is gonna be lazy. It's gonna be lazy. It's gonna be shitty. It's coming on mobile. It's gonna be fucking garbage. I am salty tonight. But no, seriously though, man, it's gonna be shit. Here I am waiting for a new fucking GTA, and they come out with this shit. Go fucking bury it wherever Battlefield's buried, and just fucking burn it, because I'm not buying this shit. Nobody wants to play GTA again. No, it's not 8 years. 8 years, GTA 5. All right. So this shit's like 47 years old. And and yeah, no, man. The only one really worth playing, San Andreas was good. Vice City was one of my favorites, to be honest. That first one's kind of forgettable. That was just cool because you could blow shit up on the PS2, and you were like, damn, that's amazing. Look at all these stars I'm getting, and these cops and the FBI. But I was mostly high when I played that too, so there's that. Yeah, it screamed kind of lazy to me. I don't know, like I'm not feeling all that great about Rockstar not just wanting to cash in before they get bought out by somebody. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that they're in it for the game anymore, to be honest. Like, it just doesn't. I don't know. I would love a real remake of, maybe a GTA, but this is gonna be a cash grab. It's gonna play really well, I'm sure, on the Switch and mobile. That's kind of cool, right? I mean, at 340p, it should be pretty glorious on the Switch. And then on mobile, the touch controls will be amazing. Or maybe you can get one of those shitty fucking controllers that you strap on your phone and play it that way. But hey, whatever. It's gonna sell. Watch fucking 5 million. It'll sell more than Ratchet and Clank and fucking Returnal combined.
100%.
Oh my god. All right, I'm so done.
It won't even be close, bro. It won't even be close.
Yep, it's gonna sell.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Jordan?
I was just going to say, they're such a talented team. I wish they would, flex those muscles more often and give us more unique stories and new stories rather than keep rehashing things. I don't know. It's just easier for them to turn a buck.
And I do think right now too, though, dude. Look how ambitious 5 was, and 5 is how old now?
It's 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah. So that was that ambitious before, and especially now with technology improving, and now you got to go bigger and whatever. Like, I mean, and especially like with this whole thing about crunch and all this stuff. Like, I mean, times are different now, man. Compared to the when their last big games reveal. Fuck, even Grand Theft. Even look at Red Dead Redemption 2. Wasn't that their last major game that released?
Yeah, 2018.
That was 3 years ago. So they haven't had any major releases in 3 years. So I think this is something that we're going to be seeing from Rockstar moving forward, because these games of theirs are, they're trendsetters. I mean, and so in order for them to meet that expectation, and I mean, we'll see. But Rockstar's not a studio that we get games from every fucking 3 or 4 years, unfortunately. So.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. What did Pampa here say? Let's be real, GTA 5 is still selling. Oh, yeah, they don't need to do anything. They are. And that's why they're going to bring it again to the new consoles. And they're going to make you bend over and pay $70 for it again. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Yes.
Mike, you excited for this, or do you not give a shit?
I don't really care. GTA hasn't really captured my inner gamer since I don't know. I played 3 in Vice City, and it's like I don't know. Like, there's just a thing for me that if I wanted to reenact this shit in real world, like, I don't play video games to play a game in the real world. Like, unless if I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
You, bro.
Like,
I know.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? GTA is just like, oh, like, I'm gonna go get some drugs. It's like, I could do that in real life if I fucking wanted to. Like, I'm gonna go, rob this person. And it's just like, yeah, I'm good on that. Like, fucking slow-ass, heavy controls. Like, all right, sorry. Getting a little negative here. But, yeah, it just does not, like, honestly, man, when I heard that shit, I was like, go fuck yourself, Rockstar. And I'm trying to be... shut your ass up, Nix. But yeah, no, like, I was just like, I rolled. I rolled heavy, and I didn't care for it because it's old. And yes, Jordan, what you don't see about it is you don't see the lazy creativity side. They're like, hey man, we could make like $100 million off of this shit. Just remake that shit. You know, that old stuff like from 20 years ago. Like we'll just resell. We'll just resell
Bobby,
that stuff.
Bobby, go open up the
fuck?
archives, the cabinet. Yeah, just roll some shit
Yeah, just
out.
pull something out. You
Just
know,
pull
we'll
something
just
out. Roger needs a new yacht. right,
get the rookie
right.
guys on it, slap a fresh coat of paint on it, send it out to the butcher. We're good to go.
Hey man, so apparently you bitch slapped your ex-girlfriend's mom and stole her car after she said that shit about the MGS soundtrack.
That's not a far off story there, GP.
Diego, I actually did this in Grand Theft Auto. That's what I used to do, man. I used to fucking beat the shit out of her and get my money back. Agent.
That was a rite of passage.
God. Actually, they removed Agent from their site. This just happened a couple. Can you believe Agent was still on the Rockstar hub all
That's
this
wild.
time, and they finally removed it, which means like it's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's officially dead.
Oh, and I don't know. You guys remember the lead from Rockstar left because he had. Remember
Dan
that?
Houser. That was one of the
he
Houser
left.
brothers.
So that's
Yeah.
probably why. Like the main dude left, and they were like, "Fuck, guys, what do we do? Like, we just recycle old shit because that's the only thing we know how."
Yeah, because they're not. They're just not going to do it. And while they're
No,
at it,
but let's be.
while
yeah,
they're at it, fucking give me Max Payne 3, man. God damn it. That's
See,
a
that's
remaster.
what they
I
need to
wouldn't
be
mind.
focused
Yes.
on. That's what
Yeah.
they need to be
Yeah,
focusing
give
on.
me that shit, man. I don't care. Grand Theft Auto.
Hey, it took Konami like 7 fucking years to understand what's going on in the gaming world.
Yeah,
And that's why we're getting rumors now.
yeah. Doesn't mean shit. Yeah, man. Well, that was it, boys. We actually had a few more topics on deck, but fuck, we talked a lot today.
Yeah,
we've
did.
already we did, man. And then Kevin just fucking ranted on and
Sorry,
on about
sorry,
Battlefield.
Oh, Kevin.
I'm sorry if one of the developers at DICE maybe like killed another dog of yours or something. I really
Fuck, man.
apologize, bro.
You
I
know, if one of those
but I love it.
developers needs to learn how to code, I'm sure I can find somebody
I know.
that can assist with
I
that.
know. I'm thinking about clipping that part and just posting it on Twitter because that was an
Yeah.
epic rant,
Oh, it's
dude.
gonna
You made me
happen.
proud with that one.
It's gonna happen.
I'm gonna get so much fucking hate.
Oh my god! I
Oh
love
boy, bring it on! I guess. It's all
Oh shit,
good.
dude! Yeah. Oh my god! But yeah, guys, everybody in the chat, thank you for being with us another Sunday in the
Yeah,
books.
thank
and
you,
I
everybody.
appreciate you all, every one of you. Seriously, man, thank you
Yeah.
guys. It's fucking always awesome talking to you guys and laughing and whatnot. And I know my fucking son Jordan has some extra housekeeping stuff to discuss with everybody. So yeah.
You read my mind with that
Let it roll,
fantastic
baby.
segue.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I
thanks
got
for
you.
hanging out, everybody. And yeah, so if you all enjoyed the show, like a conversation, please give us a like. Consider subscribing to the channel as well. Feel free to reach out to us on Twitter. Let us know what you think. Yeah, thanks for coming out again, man. This is always the highlight of our weekends. So cheers.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, man. Yeah, and I'm about to post, just I really do appreciate you fuckers. Seriously. Thank you. Yeah, but I got nothing else. You guys, you boys good? Mike, Kevin, Jordan, any final thoughts? Mike, you got something on the
I
tip of
got
your
out
tongue,
all
bro.
my negative energy.
Mike got something. on the tip of
Yeah,
your tongue,
I'm
bro.
trying to grab this link. Go check out my Battlefield video, and I'll show you
yes.
exactly how much fun I really did have. I am mowing them down with these miniguns and these 50 calibers on these vehicles, guys. Like, it's a good fucking time. But fucking trash textures and bullshit. Fuck, what the hell are they doing? But anyways, yeah, I'm linking it right now. So go check that out if you want.
Check that out, man. That was cool, man. Yeah, Battlefield and Rock and Mike's beautiful face on camera. It was certainly something. Oh yeah, check that out if you get a chance. But yeah, guys. Anyway, thank you for being with us. I hope you guys all have a wonderful week. Happy Monday, and until next time, you guys take it easy. Have a good one. Bye.
This one.